Life, I wonder if I will survive to live to see 25, or will I just fall? I call my friends, they just keep dying. People around me always crying in this place that I like to call my home. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a Veve OMI update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Hello to everyone. Before we get started, if y'all want to follow some people like me, totally follow at HeyDavidDon on the Twitter. Absolutely one of the best. And also Standoff Chart on the Veve app. ChaviCat5, of course, but Standoff Chart as well on the Veve app. Other YouTubers that make OMI content would be Star Helix, Kyle Willson, Wendy Stibalis, Golden Assets, Puddin' Cheeks, and Veve Las Vegas. Apparently, Puddin' Cheeks will have me in the next video. I won't be like talking or like streaming, but have me in him apparently. At EQ_crypto, at Not Star Helix, and at Wet Wizard Veve are also fun people to follow on Twitter. And then, if you have some money outside the app that you don't want to put any more into OMI or any more in the collectibles, totally go to AfroDroidLegends.com, use StayGlassy.store, or WoundedWarriorProject.org. So, we have a if a Patreon member, if a one of those people that pay to be able to text me, they say like, hey, Chavez, I don't know what to get. I have an extra $50,000. Should I get a collectible or should I get some OMI? And there's a couple of things that you could do. You can play the long game. You can go short-term flipping if you really have some time, because it does take a while to really get used to the ebbs and flows of the market. And I would say that is OMI, you could just set it and forget it. Now is probably a pretty good time to buy OMI. Whole market's down. It's under 0.0050. It's like 0.004948. And why is it down with the exchanges just right around the corner? I did a video this morning that Immutable X got listed on Binance. And if Immutable X got listed, there's a decent chance that anyone in the whole system, in the whole ecosystem of Immutable X is probably going to get listed on Binance as well. They have a few pairings. They have USDT, they have Bitcoin, I think they have BUSD. And the same should be going for OMI at some point. Because again, Binance NFT, Coinbase having their own NFT marketplace. And again, Coinbase did put out a whole article that people got emailed saying like, hey, here's how to buy a OMI, when they're not even listed there yet. But I digress. Why is it going down? Well, the whole market's kind of in a bloodbath right now. You had the whole, the Fed say that we are going to raise interest rates slightly sooner than people had expected. But when you look at articles, see who's buying Bitcoin, billionaires are buying Bitcoin. You think like Elon Musk is standing there and is like, oh, wow, his Bitcoin's in a rough patch. I should probably sell. No, nobody is doing that. Nobody's doing it. It's a timing thing where a lot of people, let's say a lot of the whales, are trying to manipulate Michael Saylor, Elon Musk, Jack Dorsey, pretty much everyone with that type of money is buying as much as they can. And again, that's just Bitcoin. And Bitcoin will, maybe it doubles or triples by the end of the year. That's probably fine. But OMI, oh my God. Non-Fungible Wonderful just did a video saying that OMI would, he made the argument for OMI at $1, like really quickly, because of all the exchanges and all that. But if I were to say, okay, time it, we might not get exchanges for at least another month and a half, maybe. I mean, it's possible we get it early February, mid-February, but I think late February is probably when we get it. And, they're probably not going to do 5 or 6 exchanges all at once. It'll probably be, hey, here's a couple in February, there's a couple more in March, a couple more in April, because you don't want it to absolutely shoot up, because then it's a roller coaster. You want, okay, a little more, a couple more exchanges the next month, and the next month you want that slow rise. I mean, don't get me wrong. Once it's able to be paired with Ethereum, it's going to rise like a mother flapper. And I do think that we reach at least 30 cents before the bear market, assuming the bear market doesn't take place until like late summer, give or take. But the OMI collectibles are, you still have probably another good month of growth, assuming that we don't have MTL. Again, I would expect exchanges before MTL, which is really good. I would expect exchanges before OMI to NFT, which is good for this particular strategy. So if you go and you say, hey, I want to spend $50,000 in collectibles, take a look at what went up and then what went down. You had I'm just saying because I just saw it. Secret Rare Alligator Loki was up to 4K. It was one purchase away from 4,500, and now it's listed at 2.9. Not a bad place to get it. The ultra rare Spider-Man for the zombie hunter Spider-Man, that was at about over $800. Now it's down close to 700. I know not as huge of a dip as dropping 36%, as a Secret Rare Loki, but you kind of catch my drift. Look at something that had just pumped and then gone down. Well, when you see them going down and it drops a significant percent, might not be a bad time. Like the Todds, Todds were at like 86, 8,700, and they had dropped down to like 7,700. They dropped like $1,000. Probably not. I mean, they're up now to like 81, 82. Probably wasn't a bad idea. The Eddie Risso Batmans or actually, I'll go to Wonder Woman's were like 750. They dropped down to under 650. So this is something that I have a. This is something that, if you watch, again, the ebbs and flows of the market, you'll be able to see. So I would suggest to some people, or at least the people that would ask me that are in that Patreon tier group, saying, hey, what should I do? It's like, it might not be a bad idea to go and get some, some Ultra Spider-Man, Captain America, Secret Rares, or, the Secret Rare Alligator Lokis, and then just wait. And then wait a month, spend that 50K in whatever you want. And then you wait a month, and then you say towards the end of the month, or towards, let's say, like early to mid-February, before we're on exchanges, or even if we get on an exchange or two, as long as we have the announcement, you probably wait until we get on exchange. Once OMI pumps, and we don't have OMI to NFT yet, this only works if you don't have OMI to NFT. I would say that, hey, a lot of people on the app that don't have OMI that want to chase those green candles, they would probably go and say, you know what, I'm going to trade this for OMI. So not only do you have a collectible that had gone up a lot, but now you're going to be able to get trade that for OMI that has significantly shot up in that period of time. You're going to be able to get that, and then you can rebuy back those collectibles when you have OMI to NFT. OMI will continue to go up. You'll have OMI to NFT. You could buy the collectibles, and then once you're able to do that, as long as you get in first, because everyone's going to do that. Once you have OMI to NFT, things go wild. And this is not including the fact that some of these collectibles will be going to OpenSea. Now, most likely, it's just going to be the designer con artists. Those are the most easiest to go. After that, I would probably think that it would be the smaller brands, because the smaller brands, there's a lot less red tape than like a Disney, DC, or Marvel. But I don't know if it was Alex or if it was Reese that said, do not discount the big companies, because they like money too, and they'll get fees from all this. So it kind of makes sense. Right now, if I had $50,000, I'd probably buy another couple million. I'd probably buy 4 million OMI so I can get to 120, and then the rest would go. I'm trying to think, what would they do? The rest would probably go. The ultra rare Deadpools were quite undervalued for a while, but they're at 400 now. They're at 560, so that is a little more properly rated. And Deadpool Secret Rare was at 3,500, and now he's at 2,900. So, dropping 20% is something that I think is, or almost 20%, is something that I think is quite bullish for it, because it was there. People were paying that, and then it dropped down to 29. So now is not really a bad time to get that either. I'll check the Secret Rare Gator Lokis. Okay. Oh, they're up to 30. Oh, man, this is what I should have done. When it dropped to 2,900, I should have sold something, and I should have got it. It's up to 3,700 now. But let's check the. I did not follow my own rule. I did not follow my own rules. At 4K, dropped over 30-something% to get to 2,900, and I didn't get it. That is my fault, and I love those, and that's gonna bug me all day. But Secret Rare Storm, let's check what she's at. She is at 2,400. She was at pretty much $3,000 last night. So again, dropping 20% down to 2,400 is really not a bad way to go about it, to go and get that. And Storm ultra rares are slightly undervalued, slightly popularly rated, but maybe the Deadpools aren't as bad now, because the Deadpools were selling for, the ultra rare Deadpools were selling for less than the ultra rare Storms, but the secret rare Deadpools are selling for higher than the secret rare Storm. So I was like, all right, so ultra Deadpool all the way, and now that's been fixed pretty much. So now things seem to be pretty balanced, as all things should be. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm gonna get to questions here because I've been babbling on for a while. We got Maxwell says, "Yo, family, what's going on?" We got Boz DMX says, "I never thought my OMI to NFT investment will top my OMI coin investment. I got 20 million coins. OMI to NFT investment would top. Yeah. That's wow. Boz got 20 million coins. That's a good amount. Yeah. I put maybe 50 grand into the app, and it's worth like 200, give or take, which is, well, maybe less now because I know Loki dropped. Well, no, Loki didn't drop that much. Yeah, it's worth a nice amount. I did not expect that. If I were to go and I didn't really drop it until a lot of money until after, these had pumped a lot. If I had gotten in February like everyone else, because that's when I actually downloaded the app. I didn't actually start buying and making videos, whatever, till like April. I would have be decamillionaire by now. I instead of doing OMI, but again, OMI, I feel like at this point, Eddie Rizzo Batman at like $18,000, it might even be more. Let me take a look. Let me take a check. See what he's at. Come on. Okay. Yeah, Eddie Rizzo Batman $18,950, so almost $19,000. What do I is he going to reach $180,000 before OMI hits 5 cents? I don't think so. I think OMI will hit 5 cents, and then what you'll do is people will want OMI because they're chasing those candles, and then I would buy it. I'd be like, oh, I'll give you OMI, because at that point when you have OMI to NFT, then they'll probably go. I would do that before they get OMI to NFT, because again, 10x your money over there, and then just this is. People have played this extraordinarily well. Moving on. Oh, what's up, Joey? Cuejo, how's it going? And we got Nick Brett says, "Let's go, Randy. Live time to get some food and relax right away. Love the stream. Thank you guys so much." Yes, I have had some water, had my vitamins. I dropped off laundry. I got my Taco Bell. It's a good morning. It's a good morning. What's up, Cloud Shack? How's it going? DRDR says, "Steamboat Willie is exploding from 4K to 5K in an hour." So this is what I mean when buy things when they're lower. People were paying over like 6K at one point for this. Dropped down to like 3,900 4K. I was like, probably not a bad idea to buy it. If you wanted that particular collectible. Chosen Ones is definitely a Comey. Milham says, "Good morning, everyone. Howdy. Gooseneck is waiting for NFT to OMI, then I will sell some." Funky Cold says, "Can I put 500 every 2 weeks into Veve, but still seems I can be priced out with these quick price movements? Might just add to my OMI bag." Yeah, that's also a fair point. If you're putting in a couple $100 or $500 every week, and once you put that in even every other week, and you have something that's, let's say, like $1,500, like I'll get it in like 6 weeks, and suddenly that thing is like has doubled by the time you get it. It's like, man, this is rough. And then you're just stacking gems, it's not doing anything. At that point, it might not be such a bad idea to get OMI. Now, be advised, OMI can be around this price, or it can go even lower for the next, for the next month and a half before we're on exchanges. I thought that we would get, we had a little pump yesterday up to like, 50.057. And, to see it down here today is, I was like, okay, well, reality check. We're not going to get a pre-pump before the exchanges. But we currently are, again, it's a buying opportunity. Do I have any money left? No, I do not. I do not have any money left to buy OMI. I wish I did. But yeah, that's something that I would do if I had a lot. Milham says, "Looking like everyone is moving from blue chip DC and Marvel back to Disney. Best part, hardly any retrace in the blue chips." Yes, that is also very good. You have a pump with that, and then a lot of the Disney ones are pumping, so it's I don't think it's. I think it's just new people coming in on the app. New people coming in on the app, and they at some point, well, again, I've mistakenly called this the Disney app, which is probably not a bad thing. People associate Disney with this app, and it's very good. Peter VDB says, "What's up?" Nick Brett says, "Even though I don't have one, I feel Edo has a good chance to blow up soon." I think he does too, especially with Asia coming on board. But I don't know when that's going to be. Is that going to be Q1 or Q2? Mm-hmm. Jen says, "I will keep investing in OMI always. I know that in a few years we will celebrate. Celebrate this year. We'll celebrate in a couple months." Milham says, "I hope so, Nick. FOMO'd into Ido, so down quite a bit." Yeah, I did. I actually, that's one of the things I sold on at a loss to get other things. But that'll go up at some point. Pokey99 says, "Hope everyone is doing great today. Let's get this bread, Pokey99. Let's get it." Peter Hoy says, "And good morning." Gary says, "Good morning." Anthony R says, "Cannot wait for the full integration of OMI. I feel like this is taking a while." It is, but it shall be worth it. Juice Seller says, "NFTs for sure." Peter Hoy, hi. What's up, Wave Select? Cybermind says, "First time here for the live." Oh, well, welcome. Cybermind says, "I found your channel from Alfred." Oh, Alfred Montaner. Oh, he is great. I love him. He also has a couple alligator Lokis like I do. I don't know if he did a video yet with it. I know he did a post mentioning the alligator Lokis. He's got a lot of subscribers, so I feel really honored that he shouted me out. DJ Crisco says, "It's happening. I've made over 10 grand so far off a $2,000 investment." And that's something that I don't think I've really seen on social media yet. Like I've 100% gone on social media and be like, guys, the biggest one, and which I don't want to do it anymore because I keep tend to get like a decent amount of messages each day. But when I posted the other day, there's like, and this was only like 5 or 6 days ago. It wasn't even that long ago. I was like, "Hey, guys, remember back in August of last year, I said I was laughed at because I was about to spend a couple $1,000s on Spider-Man NFTs, and y'all laughed at me? Well, I spent $3,300 on a secret rare Spider-Man, and now it's worth 10 times that. And at the time, I had said it'd be worth 100K by the end of the year. Now, obviously, I believe it'll be 250 by the end of the year, or at some point this year. And as soon as I posted that, with the floor price of like 3,400, I was like, "Oh, how do I get in? What do I do? Give me a breakdown." And I was like, "Oh man, I wish y'all just watched my videos. Got to answer the same question like 30 times." But I did that on, like I said, earlier or late last week when the price was 33K. I should have probably done it again at 43K, but on Instagram when it was 53K, I was like, "Thank you, Veve, for making me $50,000 in like 6 months without even me doing anything." And that's one of the best parts about this, is that it's not like when you're your own business where you have like where you have a high risk lending company, or you have a Pokemon card company, and you have to make a really big name for yourself. You have to go and advertise everywhere. You do not have to do that with these investments. These investments are, everyone else that has it is working to make it better. They're advertising for you. Like, you go and buy any type of Spider-Man on this app, everyone's gonna, like, I pump those every single time I'm on because I think they're great investments. Because Spider-Man during the pandemic, the movie made $1 billion. It's so hard to do in a pandemic, but they did. If this would have came out, no pandemic, this would have beat Endgame probably. This probably would have beat Avatar. There's just so much. Such notoriety in that brand. Glad I have one of everything. I actually have 2 ultra rare zombie Spider-Mans. Thinking about liquidating at some point for something else, but yeah, I'm happy. MBZ says, "Randy, I've been sacking OMI every week. OMI long term versus Veve NFT long term. I'm playing the long game." It's really hard to say. I think that in the short term, like the next month, NFTs will probably be your friendo. But right before we get on exchanges, like I would say, even when they announce exchanges, again, it's very hard to buy OMI on Bit4X or OKEX. So it would probably be best to say when they announce it, buy as much as you can, because once it hits those exchanges, it usually takes a week or so, because a lot of people will be like, "Hey, I want to buy OMI, now it's easier, I don't have a Coinbase." It takes a while to set up the Coinbase, to verify your identity, to send funds in there, and then to buy. So it just, even once it's on, it still might take a couple days, give or take. But there'll be a lot of people. I'll be like, all right, boom. You know, the people that have been here for a while in crypto world will be like, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's go. And then once you have and like I said before, when you have a bunch of people that maybe don't have a ton of money, and they say like, hey, you know what? I took a risk. I put $100 in. It's worth like $2,000 now. People are like, because that for some people that's like a couple months worth of rent. That's like that could make their lives a lot easier. It's like, listen, and that's a lot of people. It's a lot of people that are kind of working paycheck to paycheck and don't have a ton of money to spend. And do that. You get all those people. Like, how did Jesse Ventura get elected to governor? You think any big giant celebrities were trying to invest? No, it was just normal people going, putting in giving him $50 to help run his campaign, and that's how he gets elected. Having a bunch of those people giving like $50 to $100 each on this app is, I think, a lot better than I'd rather have 100% of everybody else's, or 1% of everybody else's efforts, 100 people's, than 100% of my own. That is very, because you get burnt out after a while, and you have to spend a lot but spend a lot, make a lot. But once more of those stories go in and go viral and they check out, people, and again, this is pre-Viviverse. This is not including people getting jobs in the Viviverse. Hey, you have a really good vault. You seem like a really cool artist. I am not a really cool artist. Can you go pimp out my house? Pimp my ride, pimp out my house, make it look cool, make it look awesome. I want to flex. I want to show off, and yeah. So those people will make some money. Demo says, I have now Fantastic Four 12 Comic Mints edition. Wow, 29,997, and the 99 commons, and now the big rare 30,000. It's kind of going to explode soon. Well, those are fantastic mints. There are a few people that collect those right now, including myself. I wouldn't even know how to price those. That's insane. Oh God, that's so cool. That is so cool. If you ever want to sell, let me know. I should be able to probably find you a buyer. MBZ says, I want to maximize my ROI long term. Long term, I honestly, how much of these can 100x? Yeah, and for OMI to 100x goes to 50 cents. And that is not, that'll happen in a few years. I mean, could it happen this year? If we get like a golden goose egg thing, everything goes right, sure. If we're in like a super cycle, then yeah, I guess. But that's like golden goose scenario, which I'm not really expecting. I'm expecting my goals on, reality goals, which are people chasing green candles or getting on a lot of things. We get a lot of exposure. We get a lot of marketing. I do think that 30 cents is reality. And the bear market is if we have to, delay this another couple more months, and we're in the bear market when we get on here. We get on exchanges during the bear market. I think we will still go up, just because again we're going to go from 5 million in average trading volume a day. We will go much higher to that, and well, what's going to happen? We could either stay here at these prices and burn through the reserve wallet in like a year and a half, or we can go and we can shoot up. So I really don't. And again, I don't want to say this is bear market proof. It is not, but it does have some bear market body armor, and yes. Yeah. So OMI, I do feel like, but again, the absolute bear. Yeah, I still feel like this goes to a couple cents, even in like worst case scenario. Barring any like alien invasion, World War III, like nuclear holocaust, or a solar flare from the sun, I feel like we are, yes, in a very good position. Yvonne, I take a bio close, says, hello, OMI homies, how's it going? We got a little bit. Oh, Nick Brett says, I officially got 100 collectibles, that's including comics. If those even reach 100 gems each, that's $10,000. Let's get this bread! That's not including renting out things in the Viviverse. I don't think that'll happen really until next year, but the Viviverse I think will happen this year. We might have some game, but I feel like that's, I don't know, renting. If we can do that this year, You know, you rent out even 50 of your collectibles at $1 a day. It's $50 a day. It's not bad money. Like that is not bad. I mean, when I was working at I mean it was years ago, but even $100 a day, for the most part, is more than what I make on YouTube each day, and that's not including the fridge or Patreon obviously, but that's really good. 100 like $50 a day is like that is food, that is gas, like that is it's $1,500 a month. That's probably rent for most places in the U.S. Obviously not New York, and obviously not like places in like San Francisco, New York City, but for a lot of places, yeah, that's rent each month. And if you're able to do that, let's say in OMI, not even in gems, and that continues to grow, it's awesome. Splint saying awesome mints, yeah, Fantastic Four 12 should pump. Tom D says, what's your opinion on Adventure Time Season 1? I love Adventure Time. I love both of those seasons, and I will get those back at one point. I think that Cody Thrive was saying that on his video, he wanted to make like, not like an Illuminati, but make like a group of people where he gets like a certain amount of one collectible, and he wants to give that utility. I want to give things utility also. Go watch my video on the utility that I plan to give, and Disneyland, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, and I think it was something else that I gave it. But I do like that. I think that those are really good because again, I love those cartoons. Developer X says, good morning, buddy. I will start my YouTube and give a game dev perspective. The OMI should love it. I would love it. I would love that 100%. Right now, what I'm going to ask people to do, as long as my YouTube opens up, is I'm going to go and ask everyone to smash that like button. That is a free way to support the channel. That always really makes me feel good when I get a lot of likes. Like 100 likes, probably my goal here. Nimo N says, I have enough OMI, not spending more than that until marketing and promotion campaigns plans are clear. I don't know how much OMI can go up with the exchanges, LOL. I mean, we don't know. I mean, I could be wildly wrong. Crypto Rain could be right. Crypto Rain, the guy that he's older, more experienced, and more successful than I am in crypto. He thinks OMI can go to $1. He says not that it should. He says OMI should not go to $1. He says, but there's a decent chance that it will, because people don't really care about technical analysis. They just want to FOMO in, chase those green candles, and so that's his reasoning. He says that technical analysis says that it should not. He said, but it probably will because of X, Y, and Z. And promotion campaign plans are clear. I don't know how much OMI. Okay. Thank you, Splint. I'm chuffed about these. Cybermind says, where can I buy OMI? So there's a couple. There's OKEX. There's Ascendex, which I do not recommend Ascendex at all. I would say there's Bit4X, and there's Gate.io. Gate.io. Oh. Yes, I have it. Sorry, there's someone who's asking for an escrow. And the escrow is fine. We're good. Okay, moving on. Roland rises. Obviously, NFTs over OMI. Shot Randy. Roland out. Okay, so Roland likes the NFTs over OMI. I think short term probably for the next month. Yeah. Nick Brett says, "Oh, Randy, these comments pile up more and more every stream. You got this." I try. Most of these streams, I really don't intend to go for 3 hours, but I have to answer all the comments, so I do. It winds up happening that way. Anyone having transfer issues with collectibles? Can't seem to do a collectible I bought a few hours ago on the market listings. The transfer is not complete. Yeah, so if it's a collectible you just bought, it usually takes a couple hours to, it usually only takes a little over an hour. I guess there's a lot of traffic, but it is slow. It's not instant. If you just bought one and you want to try to flip or relist it, it sometimes takes, I guess, a couple hours. I thought an hour was like the max, but I guess it's more than that. Juiceho says, up 20K last week. Great way to start the year. Oh, this is what a fantastic, am I the announcer in International Superstar Soccer 64? Because what a fantastic start of the game. A goal! Goal! When you get a goal in the first 30 seconds, what a fantastic start of the game. All right. He's British, I think. Alone? What's going on, Alone? How's it going? Alfred Montaner is Loki at 3,900 now, Randy. Oh, well, thank you, Alfred Montaner, for bringing me that. I think it did drop to 3,700, give or take. So I feel like in my, not my soul, there is, what is it? I have that second Eddie Riso Batman, and I have been getting this itchy finger, like, oh, I should sell. Like, now, if it were to go to like 20K while Alligator Loki was at 2K, I would have sold it, but it didn't. That shut up. And so now there's nothing really crazy that I would, if I do see like an insane deal, like I saw, like, the other few days I saw last week I made a video of it. I saw an ultra rare Spider-Man, sub 100, go for like $12,700. It's worth at least double that, so I had to get it. And I saw a number 47 secret rare Captain America, and that was as it listed at $9,000. That's worth at least 40,000. Let's do the math on here. Let's say 6K. So 50. That's $45,000. And this is when Captain America was worth like 5K. I was like, yeah, this is, but yeah, at 6,000, it's probably at least 45,000, and I got it for 9. Like, that is stupid. So if I find any crazy deal like that, I'll it's at 18, almost 19,000 right now, the Eddie Riso. I have no issue selling it for $1,000 or $2,000 less than that, because I bought it at 7,200, just so I can get that deal. If I can increase the value by $10,000 right off the bat, yeah, really good buy. Demo N says it's truly on fire, Drew. Sam Sell Stuff says Steamboat Willie moving up $1,000. Heck yeah. Victor Ushagalov says, let's go, Matt Hardy. Let's go. Smooches. Oh my God, Smooches. I love you. I haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Gerla Enko says, what do you think is the best buy right now? That is a loaded question, my good sir. And I'm not 100% sure how to answer that. I do think some of the comics, now the comics were pumping a little bit. I think the ultra rare Marvel comic number 1 is probably pretty good to buy. I was gonna say Fantastic Four number 1, because that was like around 9,100, but it just pumped to 11,200, 11,200, as Bilbo Baggins would say. So that did just increase a little bit. I don't know if I would, which is great for me. A lot of people like Ultimate Fallout because it's Miles Morales, but for the comics, I would say go to Sleep in Comics or Comics and Crypto. Those guys are ones that are pretty good. Now the Fantastic Four number 1 has pumped the secret rare. The Fantastic Four number 5 has stayed around the same at 4,600. So that's not a bad one to get. And again, the Marvel Comics number 1 ultra rare is probably good as well. Based on what would be what the secret rare is doing is insane. So the ultra rare probably has some room to catch up, because you can't get the secret rare unless you have a ton of money. For a while, I was saying the first appearance Joker and first appearance Harley. The first appearance Harley. Oh, she's down. First appearance Harley Quinn is probably a very good buy right now at 725. Why? Because she was like 940 the other day. So it's probably a pretty good time to buy. Yeah. Actually, I just bought one. I just bought one because that'll pump a couple $100 like in it. Now, is there a chance that it goes below 700? Go to 600? Maybe. But yeah, with the Joker pumped to like 1,200 the other day. The first appearance of the Joker. Oh, and it's down to 950, so that might not be a bad buy either. Oh, Miss Ling Ling selling one of hers. So it might not be a bad idea to get those either. Considering where Batman Black and White Season 1 is. Again, if you can't, it is very hard to, God, 8,700 for the Todd. Jesus, man. So it is, and it is two sales away from 9,000. I know it says 8,900, but it's 8,999, so it's $8,999. So that is 2 sales away from 9,000. So that's very close to 5 figures. 18,900, for the Eddie Riso. The Joey M is at 1,350, so that's not bad. It was 2,500 for the. I mean, 2,500 for Becky Cloonan. If you're saying Chavez, 2 Harley Quinn or 1 Joe M, 2 Harley Quinn. 2 Harley Quinn over 1 Joe M, because yes, Joe M has been 1,800 before, so it can go up there. But why I like the 2 Harley Quinn over the Joe M Batman from season 1 is because if it does pump and you're like, hey, you could sell one and then still have the other. I always tend to always like more multiples. I do like those. Any other? I mean, again, that is a really loaded question. Wonder Woman was at like 750, 680, so it's okay to buy. There's Ecto One. Was Steamboat Willie here? All together now, Steamboat Willie is at it's at 5,000. I don't know. I'm just giving a couple of things out there. Gerleyanko. Splint says Walt at 17K. Yo, Beyond the Fan says hi all. How's it going? Dundee says hi Beyond. Tyler Shannon says Randy and Dashy to kick off my Monday. It's gonna be a good day. But, see a little more Dashy in there. True Seller says fire. DW says what's up with the whole FUD surrounding the 30% app fees needed to be covered. The MTL. Well, so I don't know if they have to do this anymore. I think they still do, but every dollar that's put into the app is 30% of that goes to Google and Apple. Whether you have this on the, Google Play Store or the iOS Store, 30% of that does go to them, and they do need to cover that. So the cash out for the MTL fee is probably not going to be 30%, but it's probably going to be. I think 10% would probably be okay. I think that's pretty justifiable. I think OpenSea has a 10% thing, so that I think that's pretty fair market. I don't know if it's really FUD. I mean, they have more money coming in than anyone. And if they needed to raise money, they could do it like that. So I'm not concerned with that at all. Nick Brett says, imagine David Yu partners with Fishes, and within the Fishes project, you can use your Veve NFTs in your fish tank and watch your fish swim around. Then cool way to implement OMI into new projects. Brock McBlockchain, the creator of Fishes, actually does take OMI, or he has taken OMI in the past. I don't know if he does anymore, but he does take OMI for Fishes, and he airdrops things all the time. He creates, TV. It's a really cool project. Dr. Profit also made an announcement saying that, hey, yeah, there's going to be other things that are going to have OMI utility, and he says he knows that. I'm guessing because he's involved with it. He's involved with that project, and like I said, I sell Pokemon cards for OMI. I'll sell whatever for OMI. I'll love to get more. And we got Abdelhamid Sadiq says trade a Batman Joe M for a Secret Rare New Mutant comic. I don't know anything about that comic. I probably would not though, just because Joe M is part of that first set. But I would not. Again, I don't know that comic. That might be a question for Sleeping Comics or Comics and Crypto. But to trade a Joe M Batman is I probably would not do that for a lot of things. I would probably only do that for something that I knew was like a fantastic deal, which I don't know if that is. All right, so what we got here? Okay, there we go. Peter Hoy says, "Yep, using less ETH." Poke99 says Veve is so fun, right? Dude, Veve is so great. Like you wake up and you make money overnight while you're sleeping. It's fantastic. Rip Curl says when MTL, you will see a massive correction in the collectibles. The reason why I don't think so is because, again, I would love that because I would try to buy everything. But the reason why I don't think so is because they're going to roll it out slowly. It's not going to be like, they're not going to turn on a switch and say, okay, everybody, you can cash out now. It's going to be like, hey, we're going to do 100,000 people this day, 250,000 people the next day, 500,000 people the next day. So it is going to be slower, and give me the opportunity to cash out. Cool, I'm not cashing out. The only way I would actually cash out is if I sold something for OMI and then I just transfer the OMI. I would probably not go and Cash out. Yeah, I would not cash out for fiat. I would only sell for OMI. And again, like why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you cash out to a deflationary token as opposed to getting the US dollar, or at least for fiat, that is inflation, that the Fed prints I don't know how much of that each year, devalues it. It's insane. It's insane. Nobody stacks dollars and be like, oh yes, I'm saving, and no, you're losing value every single year you hold dollars. So that's why I was really never into it. I think most people would probably rather get OMI. Again, if they're just saving, if they want to do it to pay bills, to buy a house, sure, of course, obviously. But I think that being able to go and just sell for OMI and then transferring the OMI, in my opinion, is a much better option. And if a bunch of people have, put in $2,000, taking out $10,000, maybe they might take out a couple grand for fiat just because, hey, I got bills, I'm trying to buy a car, whatever. But a lot of people will probably, just sell for OMI, and that'd be so great. That'd be so great. Poke99s, especially the community. Oh, the community's great. This is one of why do I stream for 6 hours a day and make videos on top of that? Why do I spend most of my waking hours on the Veve app? It's because the community is so great. Well, one, you can make a lot of money with it, but it's fun. It's pattern recognition. I get it. Like, everyone's a genius in the bull market, but the deals that sometimes are made are just, they're fantastic. I love everyone over here. Especially at Hey David Don and Standoff Chart on Twitter, because pay for the freezer space. The community, like when I was at DesignerCon, there was one night when it was over. It was me and Max and Janie from the OMI homies, and it was Wendy Stibalis, and it was just at the end of the day we had just met Luke Chu, the creator of the Ghost Bears, which I have the full set. That's the only DesignerCon set that I have. Not pooping on other DesignerCon sets. There's other ones that are great. The Cat Bronson, the Eve Ink Stories, and the the Golden Apes, or the Apes. So I like a lot of those, but that's the only one that I have just because he's a cool guy. So we met him. He was on the podcast for a little bit, and I asked him, I was like, when was the last time you ever felt like this? We were on such a high from the weekend, and it took a while. Like, they had to go back for a few years, and one person even answered, like, I've never felt like this before. It was, the community is so great. I cannot say enough good things about them. 177 people over here, and I'm just, am I Iron Man? That's Iron Man 3 when he's having like PTSD. He's like, there's aliens and gods, like just a man in a tin can. I feel like, when you have so many amazing people like Star Helix, Kyle Willson, Wendy Stibalis, Golden Assets, Puddin' Cheeks, Vivi Las Vegas, everyone on Fridge here, and that making content is like, I'm just a man in a chair. I'm in a wooden chair in a kitchen, and with no bed. Like, it's really crazy. This life is so strange. Me, Kevin Padawan says, "Dang, Randy is shot. Calling pretty well here with those Gator Lokis." I know what I'm talking. And this is soon. This is right now. Like, people are buying off scarce. Ray Fixie had a thing. I said, he says, I've been buying alligator Loki. I didn't know he was buying. I had zero idea he was buying. I'm guessing he has at least as much as I do, probably more, because he's got a fudge ton of money. Which is slightly disheartening, because I thought I was the one to have, like a lot of Loki, at least the second most Loki. Dr. Prophet has so much more than I do. But when Ray Fixie says, like, yeah, I've been buying Loki, oh man, I fudged up. I didn't buy enough. Like, am I Sheldon Cooper when Penny gives him the Leonard Nimoy napkin? He used it to wipe his face. He works at a restaurant, and he goes and brings her like all of these presents to make up for it. And she's like, Sheldon, what did you do? He's like, you're right. It's not enough. I need more. Like, as soon as Ray Fixie made that post saying he's been buying the secret alligator Loki, it's like, I messed up. It's not enough. That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, oh man. So yeah, people are just buying off scarcity right now, which is fine. But I don't think anybody is buying because they really, really like him. I think it's that this is just one part. And again, this might not pay off for years. You know, Loki season 2, I don't think will come out next year. It'll probably be 2023. The Young Avengers, I don't think will come out anytime soon. You know, the Pet Avengers probably won't be till after that. So Alligator Loki probably gonna be few. The appearance will be few and very far between. Yeah. And news says Pokemon. Oh my god! All right, so that's when I expect a gem squeeze. When Pokemon comes out, I'll probably sell my resale for it. Not gonna lie. Like no cap, gonna sell that resale. Like because it's Pokemon. It's Pokemon. It's Pikachu. It's oh my god. Sorry. All right. Is Dick Sprite the Joker undervalued? Currently a little bit, because it was at 1,200, now it's at like 900. Maybe not a ton. Maybe it pumped and now it's properly valued. I don't know. All I know is I got another Harley Quinn right now at 725 because, well, why? Because she was already at 900 something. I'd like to see her pump a little bit more. Demo One says, come on, let's go Groot. Groot is, Groot is one of the most undervalued sets. You can complete it for under $200. Actually, right now it might be $201, $202. And two of them are animated. The uncommon and the rare are animated. And the uncommon is pretty much at retail. The common is below retail. It's lunacy. This is madness. Sparta, kick. Oh, okay, sorry. Rip Curl says, are we so about to hit 50K by February? I hope it does. If Riso reaches 50K by February, I'll sell one for 45 so I can have, you know, $40,000 and just go hard in Pokemon. Oh my god, that'd be insane. But again, you know, $220,000 have to be spent for it to go up to 24.8, and this is assuming no other people list it, and then another $390,000 have to be spent for it to go to 49.9. So 50. So, which is really not a ton. It's less than, you know, so it's less than, you know, $600,000. Or maybe it's less than $700,000. Someone could just go in and just go crazy, you know, buy gems discounted. You know, they definitely could do that. You know, one person again, like NBA's in here. You know, Rudy Gobert and his roommate Spider. Pretty sure one of them bought, you know, a secret rare Spider-Man. And again, something that does confuse me though, and I'm pretty sure I know that it's not like when you have a Spider-Man run-up, and then you have our favorite bread cat, Brock McBlockchain, sell for $2,000 below the floor. You have to ask yourself why. What is he planning to do? Is he just going to swoop up all the designer con stuff? Is he going to swoop up the commons? Is it a secret rare that he feels like, or an ultra rare? Like, what is he going to go scoop up? Because a lot of these are pumping already. You know, so I'm really not 100% sure here. All right, moving on. Ra says, hey Randy, how are you doing? I sold my C-3PO for 8 rare storms. Good deal. Speculations with the new movie named Queen Wakanda. That is a good name. I actually spent a little. I overspent maybe for the sub at the time. The sub 100s for the rare storm were maybe like $400, but I spent an extra $200. So I spent $600 so I can get rare storm number 69. Everyone comment nice down below for the 69 reference. But I don't know what they are now. Let's see. Now, if you traded R2, I would have been like, maybe shouldn't have done that. But 3PO, probably. And Storm, I do feel like inject. All right, so it's 140 for her. So let's figure, let's say times 6, so 600, so 840, let's say, for the sub 100s. You can get one. Yeah, you can get an 825, that's around that value. But if you're going to get that, number 82, why not just spend another 125 and get number 58, so that's 820. So you cannot get any sub 50s. You can, but it's like $10,000. No one's going to want that. So currently, I guess my investment paid off a little bit. But you said you sold your 3PO? I think that's good. Because again, when you stack something, when you go and you said you have 8 storms now, you know, when this increases, you know, from 140 to 150, you're not just making $10, you're making $80. When this goes from 150 to, you know, $200, you're not just making $50, you're making $400. So I really like stacking. Does give you a lot of advantages every single time it goes up, and you get more. It's like that Pokemon badge boost glitch in Pokemon, where you go and say, oh hey, I'm going to use agility to increase my speed 2 stages, but because you have the boulder badge, you increase your attack, and you increase everything, and because you have the volcano badge, you also increase your special. Like, because you do one thing, it increases everything. So because you go and have multiples of one thing, every time it goes up, yours don't increase just a little bit. They increase double or triple. So I currently went a little crazy last night, as one does. Dude, nighttime. This app at nighttime is so much fun. I went and I bought a bunch of alligator Lokis, the common alligator Lokis, at like 40, 45, because they're still around at retail. Now they're a good 20, a double, like 25% above retail, which is fine. I was buying them below, but now I have 69 common alligator Lokis. Why? Because 69 is one of the nicest numbers that you can get. It's actually a rude number, but Daniel Aguilar says he's getting Taco Bell right now. Very good. Willow Kid says, good morning, Randy. Love blessings, bro. Ultraman popping off. Hey-o. Good morning, Randy. Milham is a brat. Good morning, guys. Why is Milham a brat? What do you do? KA says, bro, R2D2's on the rise. Yo, 2,700. Good for you, R2. AT says, you're still behind in the example, as people holding OMI before 2020 are millionaires off OMI. Yeah. OMI rose like 14,000% last year. Why? Because, if you buy in January at 0.00003 and then it goes up to a penny, again, you increased from 4 zeros to 2 zeros. Already doing pretty well. Baby Monster says the longer OMI price remains low and the app sees continued success, the greater the boomerang effect once OMI does pop. I also agree with that. Excuse me. I think when you have and again, a lot of people say like Chavez got 116 million OMI. You have enough. It's never enough. And technically, it's 116.5. It is never enough, homie. And also, I agree. The longer this stays down, the more that we have in the more that we burn. And if we were to have OMI to NFT before we have exchanges, we won't. But if we did, oh my God, this would burn so much from the circulating supply. I almost wish that we would have that. Anna C says, good morning, great content, thank you. DW says, Todd will break 9K today, 100%. It might. It was like, 87 before? It was like 2 away from 9K? Dude, the Todd man is on fire. Fire. This girl is on fire. Alright, so 86 now. So it's like 5 away from 9K, which is fine. It's fine. Like I said, I'm not tripping. I'm not going crazy. Me crazy. Hey, I bought Harley Quinn at 725. It's at 710 now. Might not be a bad idea. Just saying. Will Kid says 2 full Ultraman sets locked in the vault. One of them a sub 1K set. Very excited for Ultraman to finally get his shine. Yes, I'm excited for that as well. He's been sleeping for far too long. And then he says breakfast with Randy. Love it. Thank you, Anthony. Peter Hoy says, don't worry, Randy. I'm buying the dip. Heyo. Gooseneck says the problem with Disney Golden Moments is too many editions compared to the Marvel Secret Rares, and they're not animated. But again, we could have Disney at any time could say, "Hey, you're going to get utility with this. You're going to get something," and I mean they already kind of did with Walt. Is that anyone that had a Walt would get a free Disney subscription for a year, like a Disney Plus subscription, and but either way, that was when Walt was like $2,500. Then it was $5K, then $9K, then $13. Now it's $18. God, it's amazing. Cash flow says common or uncommon storm to flip for best gains? Question mark. I think they are currently above retail, those ones. So let me see. Common is 74. Wow, that changed a lot. And the uncommon, the Wind Rider, is 62. I think people like the common because she looks better in the air. Because the uncommon, or maybe that might look okay in the air also. I don't know. Either way, I mean, get one of those. What are the common Deadpools? Because I usually do like to compare those two. Common Deadpool's at 123. The uncommon Deadpools are at 74. So yeah, Storm's probably the better bet. She's a bit lower. Drew Sellers says Disney Golden Moments to the moon. Nerd Chime says, you know what's so funny? People are going nuts over Marvel characters. They're forgetting the Iron Man Golden Moment is a first appearance of Iron Man. Wow, hilarious. Yeah, that's true. He is the first appearance. He is. Marco says, I got the Ben Reilly Spider-Man, uncommon, for my first investment. Already made 300 gems off it. There you go, buddy. Nerd Chime says, Iron Man is a 2-for-1 Disney and Marvel in one shot. Let's go. Yeah, I like Iron Man. I will get the Iron Man and Avengers logo again at some point. Anna C says, what do you think about the Powerpuff Girls? Will Buttercup and Blossom see 5K? Probably not, because that's a lot of money. But they will probably, they'll probably continue to rise. Again, OMI to NFT, everything's going to go insane. Drew Seller says, Iron Man will go parabolic real soon. JTA says, what would you buy for 400 to 600 right now? Asking for a friend. Any one item or stacking items? Because that is hard. One item or stacking items. Oh, Veve just made an official post on Instagram talking about Spider-Man, the Red Goblin. That's hard. I would say a Doctor Doom is probably good long term. He's at 620 right now, which is good amount. But honestly, he'll be $1,000 at some point. I think at some point you'll see a lot of these over, a lot of these ultra rares. The only thing that he kind of does have working against him is he's not animated and he's kind of like chibi form, cartoon form. But he's like one of the first villains that we see on here, at least from Marvel. I think he was the first Marvel villain. I think these came before the Captain America ones, and it's just. I just like him. I love him. There's only 5,000 of them. Again, he hasn't had any really crazy things in media. Spider-Man Zombie Hunter Ultra Rare is at 748. That is hard. I would say between 400 and 600. The Doctor Doom is probably pretty good. MBZ says appreciate it, big bro. No problem. Jesse says market's super pricey. It is. Roll says, Randy, I love and miss you, brother. Haven't been able to join a live for a while. It's okay, Robel. I love you as well. True Seller says, market super undervalued still. For what's coming, yeah. I mean, anything can happen short term, but if you hold these long term, it doesn't matter. Marco says, don't you think the Marvel Comics #1 uncommon is way too low? Only 450 gems, 6,000 editions. I think any of the Marvel comics are probably good to buy. It's just the ultra rare seem to be the most undervalued. But again, the comics and crypto would probably help you out with that a little bit more. Or Sleeping Comics. GQ says, Storm ultra rare or ultra rare Loki? Well, let's take a look at them. Now, they are both animated. Storm, I think, has a couple more editions, but not too much more. She only has 250 more editions, so that's not really here nor there. She's at 540. And there's 159 available. So there is 360, so 180. So there's less than 5% of her available. 540, and she has more than the ultra rare alligator Lokis that have. Okay, so 3,700. All right, so hold on, 3,417. So there is actually, percentage-wise, there is less of the alligator Loki's on sale, and they're only at 340. And I have 19 of those. So for me, it would make sense to get more of those, because again, mine's stack. But for you, that was hard. Again, Loki, I really do think is a gamble. But maybe it's less of a gamble because, like 11 or 12% are taken. I don't know if Ray Fixie sells. I don't know if he needs to sell. But me, Alfred Montaner, Dr. Prophet, And like one other person I know that have that have like 7, 8%, 10% apply, whatever. We don't sell. Ad Ray Fixie, who probably has at least 2%, if not more, he probably doesn't sell either. Um, but the Storm Ultra Rare, there was one person I know that had like 70 of them, and they were stacking at like 220, and now she's 540. It's insane. That's it. If he doubles his money, it might not be a bad idea for him to sell a couple. I don't know if he does sell or not. It was a hard one. Both good. Storm the Ultra. Honestly, it's a coin flip. I don't know. I really don't. That one I would say. Um, JQ. If you ask me that, they're both good. I do think that the ultra rare alligator Lokis are a little bit undervalued because they are cheaper than any other ultra rare Marvel, and that the secret rare is selling for more than 10x of what the ultra rare is. So you that really does need to catch up, in my opinion. Todd Floor 8700. Heyo. David Ennis says golden statues are climbing. Else at 1500. Nice. Anthony Cervantes says bought a common Loki last night because of you. Was gonna buy into the ultra rare 3-digit for 340. Thought they were 180. Slept, woke up with the 3 digits, have gone to the floor at 320. Yeah. But the commons recently, again, the commons up until like 2 days ago for the alligator, they were literally in. There was like 500 something of them available. Now there's 299 available, so there's really not a lot, and they're what, $50 now. All somebody has to do is, okay, so let's say 500, let's say 1,000, okay, 1,500. These are making it nice and easy. Say 2,000. Let's say 2,600. You take out 50 of these. Actually, let's do 60 because we wanted to be 25% of the supply. You can take out like $3,100 of the common alligator Lokis, raise the floor by 20%, and decrease the supply goes from 300 down to and you decrease that by 20% also, which is really interesting how the math works on that. Increase by 20%, the circulating price decreases, and it's not that much. So you could own a bunch of the common alligator Lokis, or you can get one secret rare. I think both are good moves. But that supply will dwindle. And we got another super chat here coming in from Albadem Sadiq. Says, low mint, Mighty Marvels, Hidden Gems. Thanks. They probably are, if you can find a good deal on them. I'll go through a couple of them right now. I'll start with the ultra rares. Let's say Dr. Doom. So 620. So let's say about 2480 would be the sub 100. The issue is that you can't really find, because they've been out for so long, you can't really find any of them that are great deals. Right now, 2,600 for the ultra rare Dr. Doom, number 86, is probably the most properly valued. And number 46 might be, that is, you'd be overpaying, but that's the only sub 50 that you can get. Mr. Pax is 49 for 500,000. But again, if you had 9K, I don't know if I'd get a 46 Dr. Doom. Let's go to the Red Skull. Red Skull is at 525. So let's say 2,100 for the sub 100. Actually, yes, you go and get number 73. Number 73, Red Skull, is at $1,700, like $1,695. That one is actually, you're saving a good like $400 there. You're gaining an extra $400 in value. Now, why that's not really selling right now and why you wouldn't be able to flip right away is because of the number 79 and number 86 that are also undervalued. Those ones are also below that $2,100 mark for sub 100s. Currently, there's no sub 50, so there's no formula for that. Or there is a formula, but there's no way to gauge that because none of them are for sale. But yeah, I'd say long term that number 73, that one's pretty good. Now maybe you might get let's try the Captain Carter's here, because I feel like she might be slept on a little bit. 232, so let's say 12, let's say 1340. Okay, 1344 for the sub 100s, and for whatever reason the app's not doing it for me. But pretty much the ones that you're probably gonna want are those. Like, I don't think Gilgamesh or the one that Angelina Jolie plays, in the Marvel Mighties, I don't think those are really gonna. Maybe you are. Let's see. But I really want to check the Captain Carter first, because she's, one of her, she completes the set. 232, so that's about 13 something. Yeah, actually, number 85 is pretty low at 985. There's a bunch of them, number 95, 94, but I think number 85 is probably the best because it's a lower mint number, even if you have to pay an extra $30-something. 13 in the sub, yeah, there's no sub 50s that are good deals, so that's probably good. And I'll check, because it's super chat, I'll check the last two ultra rares in the Marvel Mighties. Gilgamesh, let's take a look-see. 211, so let's say that's 845-ish for the sub 100s. Oh yeah, you get Gilgamesh number 80 for $555. Yeah, that is very undervalued. Gilgamesh number 80, you get it for less than 3x of what the price is. So I think that's good. Like I said, 8 something should be maybe 845, 850 should be the sub 100. And number 42 doesn't look bad at all, but again, he's not really a popular character. How many people are pumped to get a sub 50 of, like Gilgamesh? But Thena, let's take one last look at her. Again, so it's 260. Let's say there's 800 plus another 240. Let's say 1040 for the sub 100. There are two right now. There's number 98 and number 76. And then, number 48 at 2.6 is probably slightly undervalued, but it's not something that I would buy. If I had 3K, I would put it elsewhere. But thank you for the super chat, though. All right, where was I? Yep, market super spicy. Okay. All right, moving on here. Everybody here, smash that like button. Thanks, Nerd Shaman. John M says, DC Daniel Lee's new video. It brings a very good point for cashing out 30%. Apple Fee, who's covering it. I think, well, when you withdraw, you're going to be able to withdraw, but you will have a fee. It won't be a 30% fee. It'll be like a probably 10% fee, give or take. I think that would be fair. I think, like 20% would be way too much. I think, like 3% is too low, because you do want the company to be successful. So you really only have to make up, if it is a 10% fee, probably only a 20% thing there. They can raise money whenever they want if they need to before they fix it. And a lot of people are going to just cash out for OMI. And not that they're going to take gems and transfer it to OMI. You can't do that, but they're going to sell their stuff for OMI and then just transfer the OMI. That, in conjunction with new people coming in, people just not cashing out, I'm pretty sure that they will be fine. We got super chat over here from Kobe Collect saying, pumping. Got 45 spots left in the event we may be running tonight. Ooh. Is that the one I'm in, Kobe Collect? Let me know which one, unless mine had already passed. Then disregard. Yes. So thank you so much, Kobe Collects. Kobe Collects does giveaways a lot. He does blind boxes a lot. He does. I haven't actually seen him yet. I haven't actually done thing, but there's a couple people on here that love him. So Kobe Collects, thank you so much for that super chat. You are my fire, the one desire. Okay. Oh God, where was I? Oh God, I'm huge. Okay, there we go. Much better. Okay, there's more. I think it's a. Oh wow, where was I? Okay. Nerd Challenge at True Seller. A lot of my friends said the same thing. I wish I could buy another right now. They're sitting at 650 forever. Go all the way up. Joe says, what do you think is a good idea to sell R2D2 and Avengers logo for a Hitmonkey Secret Rare? I will get a Hitmonkey Secret Rare at some point. There is like a group. If you go on Twitter, be like, hey, I just bought a Secret Rare Hitmonkey comic. There's like a secret group. I love the comic. I love the character. I will get that secret Rare just because I like it. Not because I think that is a good financial decision, because it's not a popular comic. Now the comic, it graded like 9.8. Used to sell for like 150, now it sells for like 300, so that has gone up a little bit. But there are, I think, better ways to spend $2,500, give or take, or $3,000. I think there are much better investments, even though I like the comic, and I will get one at some point. That's just because I have like 3 of the commons, 2 of the rares, and an uncommon. I have some of the lowest mints, and I have one of the highest mints as well. So I do like it, but I think there are better investments. Just my opinion. James Rollins says, I got 397 Avengers, 8 common comic listed for 1,700. I've never sold anything before. I have overpriced it. Before have I overpriced it? We're starting to buy some NFTs my little boy wants. If it's a common, I'll let you know. You probably are asking a little too much, but I'll give you a quick thing. It said Avengers number 8, right? That's what Kang the Conqueror on the front. Come on, where you at? 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 Okay. And you said you had number... Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? Okay, 397. Okay. Common. If I sort... Oh, the commons on those are 280? Nice. Maybe you're not. Edition low to high. Well, number 266 is 1,300, so you're going to have to beat that. And number 288 is 988. 397 Avengers number 8 common. 397 you said yours are. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so, if 288 is 988, then I would say, if you put yours at maybe 900, it might sell. But then, someone might just get it. Yeah, that's hard. But yeah, if it doesn't sell at 900, drop it to, or try 850 and then sell it, to 800. Because you would want to beat number 511 also. Number 511 is a 575. So, and it's not super low mint number. I mean, a bunch of the super low ones you can't get for, for under like 4K, which is ridiculous. But, 219 is 2,500. So, yeah, you'd have to beat 288, definitely. So I'm sorry, you'd have to, number 288 is 988. So I would say put it for 850, 800, and you'd probably get it. Freddie Escobar says, hello, OMI homies. Do you think Joe Maduro Batman is a good buy right now? Well, he was at one point like 1,800, so it's not bad to get right now, even though he was at like 9 something beforehand. Hang on one second, guys. I got a booger. Okay, we're good. Yeah. Anything first season is always probably a decent investment. Drew Sellers says that's right. Krebs Park says, what do you think of OG Cats NFT? Is that the Cat Bronson one? If it is, then I think it's cool. I don't have one, but I think it's cool. I'd like one at some point. Poke99 says, how many gems are you planning to save for Pokemon? Oh my god. So if we have OMI to NFT, I'm hoping we have OMI to NFT before then, because then I'll spend everything I have. Well, not all. I'll spend, if we are at 5 cents and we have OMI to NFT, I will spend $100,000 on Pokemon. Because if it's 5 cents, then it would cost about, 1 million would be $50,000. So I could just spend 2 million OMI, spend $100,000, call it a day. That's what I would probably do for Pokemon. Stanley Bukowski says, put in my sell orders at 97 cents. Okay, all right, that's fair. Cash out before $1. Peter Hoy says, smash that like button. Okay, this is R2D2 at 3,200. Yo! If you bought it like 1,800 a week ago, might not be a bad time to sell at 3,200. I'm just saying. Oh my god, dude, R2D2 to the moon. To the moon. That's great. Tsunami Rising says, another Disney pump, or are the prices going to hold? I don't know. I mean, when we had a lot of pump for a lot of the secret rares and the ultra rares, when the Disney pump happened, what happened to these? Did these secret rare and ultra rares, did they dump? No, they might have retraced a little bit, but none of them dumped. So when you have another pump like you have a similar pump that happened on the Marvel and DC stuff. When you see that happening for Disney, will there be a retrace? Most likely, but the retrace is not going to dump to where the prices were. The prices were down here. The pump goes up here. The retrace might go down here, and then maybe it'll slowly climb back. But I would not expect it to go back to the prices that they were. I would not, not at all. So maybe these price again, it could pump a lot further before it retraces. I don't know. If that FOMO is strong, people chasing those green candles are. So that's why I said, like, if you again collect what you like. If you like, hey, you know what, R2, if you, let's say you're 20 something years old, and you say, yeah, I actually saw the prequels before I saw any of the other movies, and R2 is just the man. R2 is just awesome, and he's one of my favorites, and I love him, and he's in all the movies. Then by all means, go crazy. And if he's something that you like, keep him. Because if you sell him right now, there is a chance that you don't get him back at this price again. There's a chance that next time you go and try and buy him, he's 5 or 6K. It's like, oh, it's a hard pill to swallow. Like selling at 1,800 or buying at 1,800 is, maybe the wife gets mad at you, but maybe not too mad when she sees it pump. But saying, hey, honey, I'm gonna spend like 5 months worth of rent on a $6,000 R2D2. She's like, what? It's a little harder of a pill to swallow. Glow Stick says, what's your opinion on the MTL situation? I hope there is a dump so I can, fill my NFT bags. I don't expect there to be. There might be a little bit of a retracement, but I think MTL affords a lot of new people coming in that said that they didn't want to come in the app because they didn't have a way to cash out. But now that they will be, a lot of money will come in. Mixohype says, question, not really looking at Decentraland or Sandbox, but they're both moving away from Ethereum network because it's simply too slow and can't handle their users, and moving over to Polygon. Earth 2 is also partnered with Polygon, which I thought was interesting. Is the immutable X thing, is it going to be too slow for the Veveverse? I don't know. I do not know. That's a good point. I think when Ethereum Layer 2 comes out, Ethereum 2.0 comes out, and then I think when, as these things go, I think it'll probably be fine. I'm not tripping yet. At some point, again, most transactions are done on the Ethereum network, and again, that will get better, and it will get faster. And again, that's what I said before. Like when you invest in something and have other people working to make it better, so that's when it's a really good investment. Aside says, we're now moving to Ethereum. Do you think the same is inevitable for OMI in like year? So it was a giant pain in the butt to move from the Go chain to Ethereum network. I don't think they're going to do that again for a long time. Huge pain, takes a long time. Devin Adegaba Outpost says, I picked up 16 zombie caps under 36, so I'm not mad. I'm hoping for some kind of battle arena in the Veveverse. Me too. When you have zombie Captain America and both of those, and you have a zombie hunter Spider-Man, probably will be something interesting. Daily Bukasa says, MTL is insignificant. NFT to OMI is the big deal, especially with Ethereum/OMI pairing. Yes. Oh my God. Ethereum to OMI pairing would just make my absolute heckin' day. We got I just fired. I'm so sorry. We got a $5 super chat from Akomi Skywalker saying, Randy, what's your favorite Star Wars character, and why is it Luke Skywalker? It might be Ahsoka Tano. And I do think that she will meet Luke Skywalker at some point, and I cannot wait for that. At least in the Boba Fett Mandalorian series. But for what Luke is, spoilers for Mandalorian. Luke does have a character arc, like he was kind of already the really awesome, cool hero, but he kind of manipulates I forget what they're called, the little Care Bear character looking thing, the Wookiee, I forget what they're called. Kind of manipulates them, moving C-3PO with his mind, convincing them that they're a god, and if you, and if he, what do you call it? If they didn't do what he said, he would, bring wrath upon them. I was like, okay, it's a little harsh, a little manipulative. And and then he kissed his sister. No, but he's the Great White Knight. He has flirted with the dark side, and he's like, no, I'm never going to. Like he's, and I'm very very happy with what they're doing at Mandalorian, and he's going to train Grogu. It's just, what was everybody's favorite spot of Mandalorian? It's where Mando and Gina Carano and everyone's in like the toughest spot ever. They're all gonna die, and then who comes to save them? Someone in an X-wing. I'm thinking, is it the guys from the passenger? But I was like, Luke's X-wing, and then you kind of don't know, but you see somebody on there going, just absolutely just murdering these murder bots. When I saw the glove, I was like, oh, it's Luke! It's Luke! And I was freaking out. Like, everyone on the internet, you go and search Mandalorian, series 2 finale, season 2 finale, and people were crying. I think I cried. I'm everyone else that they were freaking out. Is one of the most popular characters ever, and there's only a couple of things that I think can cause a gem squeeze, like to really make the market dip. One is Pokemon, and the other is Luke and Vader. Like oh man, yeah, Luke is it's one of the biggest characters in cinematic history. He says I complimentary fart with my super chat, guys. Yes. This is what you do. When you super chat, I'll try to give you a fart along with it. Okay. So yeah, Devon Dagobah picking up 16 caps under 36, which is amazing. It's amazing because what's he at? 40 something. He was at. I told everyone he's at $42,000 or he's at $42, which was at the time it's still under retail value. I think he's a little bit higher now, like 40. Yeah, so he's almost at retail. It's at $49.50. So good. You got a bunch. Silent Picasso says OP MTL is insignificant. NFT to OMI. Yep, I think so too. Randy, do I own Gold Moments Iron Man? I did until the other day. I sold that and the Avengers logo, and then I got some other gems, and I got another secret rare Loki. So this is good for now. Dave Nelson says, thanks for telling me to keep that Amazing Spider-Man #1 ultra rare, Randy. Doubled this week. This is why. Oh, no problem. Restricted says Disney will hold. Probably. Junior says habla español muy poquito. Like, very not good. Mi español is muy débil. It's not good at all. Can understand a little bit of it, but really not a lot. Speak probably even less. Glowstick says MTL is not insignificant and should be addressed. Yeah, no, it's not insignificant. And again, I did address it. So Yo-Yo says it was to complete the golden moments. Oh, nice. Ryan says, Randy, what do you think about Daniel Lee's new video? I haven't watched it yet. He doesn't seem to be transparent about major issue. Again, I don't think it's really a major issue. But if it's anything, I'm sure they'll fix it. Vivi Fanbam says, what's up? Our collectibles and OMI are going to get us great financial freedom in the future. Thank you, Vivi Fanbam. I hope you're doing well. Oh my God. So Vivi Fanbam was one of the people that I met at Designer Con. It was great. Hope to see her and the fam again in the future. Like I said, just amazing family. Gooseneck says, Randy, would numbers like 1776 be worth buying? Seem to get snapped up quickly. Like a 1776 Captain America, maybe, or like a Wolverine, maybe. Although actually, no, Wolverine wasn't even alive. I was thinking just because America, but the people that are really going for the certain numbers are so few and far between. Yeah, very few and far between right now. And Abuldem Sadiq says, trade a Batman Joe for I would not. Abdel Ahmed, I would not trade a Joe M for. Again, I don't really know much about the Secret Rare Mutant comic, but Joe M is part of that first set, and I would not do that right now. Magic the Gathering, Dead End Supply Co. says, thoughts on some countries not eligible for MTL, as mentioned by David in the last AMA. For me, it is. Sorry, hydrating. For me, I think that is. Well, for me, like personally, that is a good thing because that forces more utility for OMI. For the people that's going to be frustrating for the people in those countries because they can't just convert to fiat. They have to sell their collectibles for OMI, hope that they do the calculations right, and then transfer that OMI to an exchange, sell it, and then transfer that back to cash to their bank account. So it is a couple more steps. That's going to be frustrating for them. For the people that have like a ton of money, it'll be fine. It's whatever. But for the people that are just like, oh, I put in thinking that I was going to get MTL, thinking to get MTL last year, and now I find out that my country might not even do that. I have to do all these steps, and I'm not 100% sure how. Because if you go in and you say, hey, I don't really understand a lot of this crypto. I'm putting dollars into the app. And now that you do have to understand crypto because you have to transfer out for MTL, because the MTL doesn't allow it, that is frustrating. There will probably be a network of people saying, hey, I'm in your country. I'll give you cash for the NFT once you transfer it. And they'll probably just do something like that. So groups like that will probably evolve. I think the problem will kind of heal itself. Like when a surgeon goes in to do like a valve transplant, not heart transplant, just an artery transplant, because they have clogged arteries, and they say, oh hey, your heart made new veins around these clogged arteries, and that's how it's getting blood, and it's fine, and they don't want to touch it because of that. I think that is what happens. Like the problem will solve itself because of people in those countries. Just my opinion. And we got another super chat coming in from Lee Down saying, if a Comey integrates OMI as means of cash out, do we see $1 OMI this year? Also, are we seeing trend of Veve being bear market proof? Now, so we will be able, and again, we won't be able to take our gems and cash that out into OMI, but we will be able to go and sell our NFTs for OMI. And we'll be able to go and say, okay, so if I wanted my Eddie Rizzo Batman to be sold, I could list it for OMI. And like I said, I do not want gems. I can only buy for OMI. And that one that gives OMI a lot of utility. Again, I won't cash out for gems like ever again. I'll just get OMI. That will give a lot of utility. And then you could just transfer that out. So we won't be able to take our gems and transfer it to OMI, but you don't need to. You could just sell that for OMI and then transfer that. So $1 OMI this year is, I do not think we are going to do that. But I'm relatively new to crypto. I mean, I'm not like wet between the ears. I've been investing for a long time. My last, one of my first business was in high risk lending and investing. But there's, like I said, Crypto Rain, who is older than me, more successful than me in general, and has more experience in crypto, does say that only $1 is possible. He says it should not be. Technical analysis says that it probably shouldn't. He said, but it probably will because everyone's going to FOMO in. Again, we're going to we'll probably be able to reach 5 cents without any marketing. Okomi hasn't done any marketing. Have you seen any commercials? Have you seen any movie spots? Now, we did have a TV interview thing on the news in New Zealand, talking about how Okomi will do $1 billion this year. But the marketing, like Rogers and Cowan marketing that they have not been utilized to their potential, but they will. So also we're seeing Veve, I don't think is bear market proof. I do think that Veve does have some bear market body armor. Like you get shot without body armor, gonna hurt, probably down, probably not getting up, depending on where they hit you. But if you have some body armor, okay, and I think they'll be down same as everyone. Well, not the same. I think most everyone else will lose like 80 to 90%, if not completely go under. And Okomi will lose maybe 60%, maybe 70%, but they will not only say here's Okomi and here's everyone else. Everyone else will be down here. Okomi will be down here. And they'll have a K-shaped recovery while everyone else is going like this. That's what happens with innovative and disruptive companies. They flourish in the bad times, in the bear markets, because money flows from the crap, cream rises to the top, and it pushes Okomi up along with it. I've seen this before. I've been punched in the face, but I've seen it, and also meow. And Tyler Sheehan, thank you for the $2 super chat, saying, Randy, everything first season looked like it's taking off except the Kripkins. What are your thoughts on that? Worth picking up a few of those, save my gems, spend it elsewhere in the app? I mean, it depends if you want to, um, if you're buying them waiting for them to pump. I don't know. I don't know if I'd buy those waiting for them to pump, but I think, but I think it's because you like them, and if you like them, but well, like the Eddie Riso I bought with the intention to sell at some point. The well, my second Eddie Riso anyway. My sub 100 ultra rare Spider Man, I did buy with the intention to sell at some point. Now, when I do sell that, I will buy back the floor and then net the gems. But that's something that's going to happen. I don't know why my eyes are doing the thing. Um, but with the alligator Lokis, I'm not selling those. I have 69 of the common. I have like a bunch of the ultra rare and like 14 cigarette. I'm not selling those because I like them. I will sell my sub 50 Captain America and my sub 50 Storm. They're both secret rare. But that's because I also have another secret rare Captain America and I have 4 other secret rare Storm. Um, so I can do that and still have multiple. Um, the the big ones that I plan to sell are the sub 50 Storm and Captain America, both secret rares, the Eddie Riso, and the ultra rare sub 100 Spider Man. Everything else I'm pretty much just going to keep because and maybe for like the news article, when secret rare Spider Man gets to like 500,000. I'll sell that and immediately buy a plot of land in Madagascar and use that for conservation efforts. And I want to try to get that on a bunch of news stations, like, oh, local, business owner, like local retiree, I guess at this point, saying like, made $500,000 in NFTs and used it to, and that just try to get the ball moving forward for conservation efforts. But if you want to buy something just to eventually sell it, I don't know if the Kripkins are the best thing. I think that, yeah, I get it. Could they pump? Sure, absolutely. Is the fee only 2.5% as Marvel's 8.5%? Yes, absolutely. But I think there are definitely other things that I didn't know what Kripkins were before this. I didn't know what Mermacornos or Unicornos. I didn't know any artists. I didn't know Frank Kozik. I didn't know Luke Chu. I didn't know any of this. So, excuse me. It really depends on your goals. Yeah, I think that it's possible, but it's also possible that you're left waiting for a little while before they pump. Again, just my opinion. Now, where was I? Oh, wow. What's up, home? Yep. Do you think Fantastic Four Marvel Mighty set is undervalued since they're all first appearance? And also, any thoughts on Secret Rare Coca-Cola? Secret Rare Coke is probably around what they were a month ago. I had one. I was actually gifted one. It was part of the payment for the freezer. If you want to get there, let me know. And with that, it was with that there was a mentioned by I sold it because how many people are gonna really be into Coke? A lot of people collect snow globes. A lot of people love Coca-Cola. I feel like though less and less are people going to be into that. Oh, again, long term over time. I think there's other. Again, I don't really, it's okay. It's fun to look at, and you could take off Deadpool's clothes in there. You put that, you put Deadpool over here, and then you put Deadpool right here. You put the globe in front of it, and suddenly you see Deadpool without the Christmas sweater. So I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, Fantastic Four, I do like those. Joey Waquejo says, love the fear of Veve not being able to cash everyone out. Everyone wants their banks in real life and asks them to cash out at the same time. There would not be enough money to pay everyone. That's a good point. Because no one cares about that. Glowstick says, do you think Veve will let intelligible countries buy NFTs regardless of MTL being restricted in that area? Will let ineligible countries. Yeah, anyone can buy them. Buying them's easy. Just the cashing out is the different issue. Only Rose is trying to complete my Storm set on using Ultra Rare and Secret Rare, kicking myself for not buying them last month. Honestly, with only 1,500 of the Secret Rare Storms
she will be out of reach for most people by the end. Like most people coming onto the app by the end of the year will never be able to get a Secret Rare Storm. She'll be worth 5 figures. That's just so much. That's just so. Again, working your 9 to 5 and working 40 hours a week, 9 to 5, and let's say you maybe have an extra couple $1,000. I mean, spending 5 figures is just a lot. Now it is an investment. It is, and it'll probably go up. But it's just, I'm really trying to feel for the the mom and pops with the raising the kids. It's like I can't get it because they can't. Terrence Green says, "What's your opinion on the Shut Up and Draw character? Only 88 editions. Imagine the VV verse. If they build a home, he needs to sign your contract. That would be so much fun if they give that. Hey, anyone who has a Shut Up and Draw, they can do the stamps of approval, and it's kind of like a notary. I think that'd be really fun. I don't think they'll do it, but I think that would be fun. That would be a really cool utility. Somebody saying like, "Hey, in order to rent out a place for my place for a party, you have to show me that you own this, this, or this." That would be really cool. Also, Cybermind says, "If you had $100 to spend on Veve, what would you buy?" I would participate in tomorrow's comic drop, and try to get one, whatever it is, then sell it for a profit. I would do that with any comic drop actually, and then I would also, I think a common alligator Loki or a common zombie Captain America. You could actually get or actually I would get 2 uncommon Groot. Those are what I would get. If I had $100, I'd get 2 uncommon Groot. Final answer. Cloudcheck says, "I'm kind of just sick of talking about MTL because they promised us MTL back in September. Like, yeah, it's a tough process for them, but so sick of false promises from the team with a lack of updates." I don't think it's really false promises. Like, hey, this is what we're planning to do, and it just doesn't work out. It, like, again, so coming from a tech investing background, when the Cybertruck was released for Tesla, like when they said, "I give you the Cybertruck," in November of 2020, or even was it 2019? It might have been 2019. Yeah, I think it was 2019. And then in 2020, they said, "Hey, we're building Giga Texas. We will have Cybertrucks delivering out from Giga Texas second half of 2021." And they were not delayed by like weeks. No, they were delayed by like, we probably won't get those for a while. They were expecting it in Q3 of 20, and that's $1 trillion company. That is $1 trillion company that is delayed by like a year. With this right now, I anything with tech, you have to expect delays. And I get it. People that have just that had been like, "Yeah, you know what? I'll they were investing in other companies, maybe the SP 500 or whatever, and the delays weren't as imminent." So I was like, "Well, you know what? If I told my boss I had a project, that was going to be due on like Monday, and then it's not due for a couple weeks after that, I'd be fired." Yes, but this is completely different. Again, I get it. It's 100% frustrating. A bunch of my friends that I've been telling to get in, like, I thought you said MTL was going to be a couple months ago. Like, I thought it was. It's not. There's, they got hot at me. It's like, dude, come on. I was like, yeah, like if you're going to, but also if you're new here, if you're going to put, so let's say $100 in now and be like, "Hey, you think MTL will happen this quarter?" Yes, I do. But if you're putting $100 in now that you're going to need and you can't withdraw, let's say it doesn't happen until Q2 or even Q3, do not put it in. Do not put any money that you will need at some point. Every single cent that I've put into a Comey, like whether it's the token or the app, if that goes to zero, well, I have to go back to work. but that's it. I don't have to. It's fine. I'm okay with losing that. Thank you guys for 100 likes. That means the world. Philip Tokash says Google lowered fees to 15%. Oh, fantastic. Google lowered the fees to 15%. I don't know if Apple did that as well, but they do talk with Apple weekly. So I do feel like Apple would, oh, my knee. Okay, that's better. So I do feel like Apple would, at some point, lower those fees as well, because they want the app to be successful as well. John Pitlaka says, "Love the channel. Look forward to your vids." Thank you. Thank you so much. Omi Bromi says, would you sell your entire one Batman set right now to convert it to Omi, or should I hodl? If you were end of January, I probably would. Now, no. Now I would not. Now I would not. There's too much growth to be had right now, in my opinion. We got a $5 super chat from Lucy saying, yo, Randy, Secret Rare Storm or Superman? I got a lot of hate the other day when I sold my Superman for a secret rare alligator Loki and to net 1,000 gems. And well, what happened? I'll show you what happened. You go to DC Direct, Superman, and it was at like the floor was at like 3,300. I sold at like 3,200, and now he's down at 3K. And what happened to Loki at that time? Loki pretty much 2x'd. Superman will be 4K. Superman will be 5K. Superman will continue to slowly and steadily go up. But because with 8,888 editions, I would not call him a super high growth, like a growth thing, like Secret Rare Storm with 1,500 editions. She was at 3K and now she's at 2,600. It is not a bad idea to go get her at 2,600 right now instead of Superman. But thank you for that super chat, Lucy. And then I thought somebody else did a quick $2. Oh, maybe it was yeah. Thank you for that super chat. I think Storm will be, in my opinion, that is the better option. Now where was I? Okay, here we go. T says Aquaman coming this week or next week. Remember this post? Okay, all right, I will. Tasty Pie says MTL will actually raise prices dramatically because right now people are still afraid that they might not be able to cash out. Once that risk is gone, way more people will be down with buying stuff. Yes, I have a couple of friends, and one of them like millionaire that has millionaire friends. So yes. Yuchkin says, I'm so sad I found out about Veve a week after Disney drop. Congrats to you, Randy. You are a legend and will go down in the history books. Thank you. I still think we're very early. Anything before MTL and OMI to NFT is still very early, in my opinion. MBZ says, Randy's a good dude that tries to help. I try. Nerd Shaman says, group rare is at 170? Yo! Hey, yo! That is good. How many do I have? I think I have 3 or 4 of them. I only have 2 of them. I could have sworn I had more, but thank God. And Holiday Groot, I have 4 of the uncommon, which are $44, so it's still pretty much retail. And the Groot Common, which I have 5 of, has been on a steady increase. It was 24 the other week, now it's 33. So you increased your money quite a bit if you bought some. Yeah, I think that is pretty good. I think that's pretty good. Good times here. Now I was going to yeah, all right, not bad. Hold on, 25. Okay. Moving on right here. Andrew McMichael says, I know it's not huge, but I really want to see a Fast and Furious set, to be honest, especially there's utility in the Veveverse. I've been waiting for that too. I like cars, so I have the DeLorean set and I have the Ecto 1 set. Like I said, I like the cars. They're cool. Jericho bought $50,000 worth of OMI. Get it, Jericho? We got Schmarkalade says, hey, Randy, have you seen the partnerships with Veve and Brandalized? Maybe that means Banksy NFTs are coming. So there was I did not 100%, but there was a interview that David Yu had where there was a Banksy book in the background. David knew what he was doing. I'm pretty sure he teased that. Like he wore a SpaceX hat in one. Like you do not have David Yu's hairline and wear a hat. Like you just don't. I'm pretty sure we were going to get Banksy, and I already made an argument for SpaceX as well. So. No, they're long shots, but I do see that coming. Elon Musk is So I do think a Banksy will come at some point in the future. Schmarkalade, very, very, very good. Super chat. There's good discussions there. Andrew McMichael says, no, I just read that. Fast and Furious I'd love as well. And Jericho, worth $50,000 worth of OMI. You'll have $500,000 at some point this year. That's nuts. Sean Hunstons is nice. JQ says, hi, Randy. I think Throg is about to moon next since it has very low additions next to Loki. That is true. The ultra rare for that is actually the lowest ultra rare in Marvel with only 2,080, give or take. So when you go in the where is it? Where is it? The only thing is just not animated. But neither is the ultra rare zombie Captain America or the zombie Hunter Spider-Man. But it also has less than 100 on there, and people when this first came out were paying like $700 for it. So people were already at that point paying that, and now it's at 400. Well, be advised, this was 285 last week, so it has increased already. But yeah, I think these were a $50 blind box, and so everything's above that, and he was kind of teased a little bit in Loki season 1. Again, he's part of the Pet Avengers. I'm pretty sure they're making their way to a Pet Avengers. Young Avengers first, Pet Avengers second. This will be very exciting because it's not Thor Throg. It is Walter Simonson or Simon Walterson. The creator is Simon Walterson, and the character is Walter Simonson, or it's vice versa. I forget which one. But yeah, they are going to do that. I'm pretty sure. DW says, "Geez, an ultra rare Spidey for 5,900 bargain." Well, ultra rare Spidey was at like 7K at some point. So, and again, once. Well, that was gone. That was bought up real quick. That was at 116. Oh wow, I'm an hour behind on comments. I will try to get more up. But yeah, that was. I'm not surprised that was bought up real quick. Sean Hunter says, "OMI is great price today for buying." I think so as well. Wubba Wubba says Donovan Mitchell is in VV2. Maybe. Sean says Hulk Hogan sold 4 of his Todds yesterday. Hulk Hogan, I don't know if that's really him. Willow Kids is nice, 69. Nils P says, I would 69 start. I love you guys. Mr. S, I bought 25 rare Deadpools and the secret rare. There you go, buddy. Get it. Nils P said, I wouldn't 69 Loki. No, there's a subreddit called Don't Put Your... in that. Yeah, don't put your... in that. What's up, Cybermind? How's it going? First timer, welcome. I haven't done a Patreon member shout out. I normally do them. Used to be every half hour, and then I changed it to every hour because there's just so much content. But I will do it here. Since you're a first timer, you get my Avril Lavigne. Sorry, girl, but you missed out. Well, tough luck, that boy's mine now. We are more than just good friends. This is how the story ends. Too bad that you couldn't see the man that boy could be. Also, after my Patreon member shout out, I do like to shout out at Hey David Don on the Twitter and Standoff Chart on the Veve app. Go follow. Also, if you're looking for other content, Star Helix, Kyle Willson, Wendy Stibalis, Golden Assets, Puddin' Cheeks, and Veve Las Vegas on the YouTube. At Not Star Helix, at EQ_crypto, and at Wet Wizard Veve are great to follow on Twitter. If you have a little extra money and you don't want to put it into OMI or Comey, check out AfroDroidLegends.com, YouStayGlassy.store, or WoundedWarriorProject.org. Patreon down below, and free way to support the channel is by smashing that like button. Okay. Rogelio Martinez says, Ghost Bears still need to moon. Not financial advice. So the ultra rare Ghost Bear was at one point, it was less than what I bought it at, and it wasn't too long ago. It was like a week ago, where I bought at $390. They were like $275. They jumped down to, and now they're $560. So they have jumped up a lot. I do think there is room to grow a little bit, but again, I am biased because I met Luke Chu. He was on the podcast. I like him. I'm looking forward to more of him. I like his stuff. Honestly says, I hope so. I have a rare plus a Ghost Bear. Nice. Carl R says, should I sell R2 at these prices? I would not blame you. Yeah. Christian Velasco says, what's up, Randy? Just bought my secret rare Loki. Join the craze. Get it, Christian Velasco. Get it. Now, again, for people that, were following me when I was buying the secret rare Lokis at like 800, 1,000, 1,100, and you bought along with me, and you bought it just because you thought like, hey, in case he's right, I want to buy one. And right now, you take a look at it and you see, well, it's 3,700. If I bought it at 1,000 and I sell it 35, if you don't really like secret rare alligator Loki, I'm not going to be offended if you go and sell. Taking a profit should not be something that is like frowned upon. If you made $2,500 in a month just by clicking a couple buttons, again, it's probably not the worst time to sell right now. Again, there could be a gem squeeze at any moment, and alligator locusts maybe, but again, just be advised that I don't think there's any other collectible where you have more than 10% of the supply locked up. Between me, Alfred Montaner, Dr. Profit, and Ray Fixie, I'm guessing has at least as much as I do, if not more. Probably has more. So probably 12 to 13% of this is locked up. But if you don't, it's like, hey, actually, you know what? Let's say you really like R2D2, you love him, and you're like, I don't really care for Alligator Loki that much. I want an R2. I want to get him before he gets out of reach. By all means, you have that. Again, I don't know if I would get something after it just pumped double, but if you want that before it gets out of reach, by all means. Verena Kruger says, would you stock Groot common or Loki common? That's hard. Groot common is a lot less. It's a lot cheaper. But there's also about almost 3 times as many common Groot as there are common Loki. So, but that's the mint numbers. But the mint numbers on that are available. So there's 291 in the market for Loki, and Groot is 3150. Okay, yeah. So there's 10 times as much Groot available for sale than there are of Loki. Now, I only have 5 of Groot, so I didn't go crazy on him. But he's still below retail, so he has room to grow. But again, there's 28,888 of him. That's like Marvel Mighty's numbers. And Loki, there's only 9,800. So yeah, there's almost 3 times as much as Groot as there are of Alligator Loki. But there's 10 times as much Groot for sale as there are Alligator Loki. Even though Loki is, worth like 60% more. $50 as opposed to 32-ish. Just my opinion. Jerry Request said, should I sell R2 for Marvel Comics #1? I think Marvel Comics #1 is probably one of the best things that you can get. So yes, I actually would. Michael Perrell says, I don't know if you remember, but I asked to sell Walt for R2 for reso. Happy I did not do that. Yes, I'm happy you did not do that also, either. Billy Bob Bitcoin says, every time you bang your knuckles together, you are minting a new Veve version user to the app. Bang on, good friend. Bang on. I have to take a picture of that because that is hysterical. Okay, there we go. What we got right here? What up, Randy? C15 in the building. What's up, Jerry? Jerry C15, how's it going? Tasty Pie says, the lower OMI is, the more it gets burned. But the more it gets burned, the faster OMI should rise, right? So why does OMI stagnate for so long? Shouldn't its own mechanism prevent it from being stagnant? Well, there's very few ways to buy it, and the ways to buy it are complicated, and they take a while, and they're frustrating and confusing. So, no, right now, no. It burns a lot for the long term. It's great. Again, we're in the pullback phase. We've been pulling back, and the longer we're at this level, the tighter it gets. The more we pull back, the more we skyrocket. Something that is this connected to the success of the company, it hasn't been done before. It has not. Like XRP and Ripple, they are pretty separate from each other. The Komi is not like that because the success of the coin is tied to the success of the app. Where the success of the app the success of the app or the success of Ripple does not need XRP, but the success of OMI or Komi, the Veve company, is tied to the coin because it is attached. Every single purchase that happens, it is tied to the coin. That what happens to one will affect the other is not as much of a symbiotic relationship as it should be because we're not on exchanges. But it will. So like I said, I'm fine. I'm 100% okay with this. Claudia says, sometimes I feel like Veve is too good to be true. Like, how have I nearly made $100K off of a $500 investment? Just unreal. Granted, I haven't made anything yet because no MTL. you could probably sell everything for like $70,000. You know, just be like, hey, just give me 70,000 USDT. It's a nice 30% decrease, and then, but again, yeah, I understand. Cloud checks. So sometimes I feel like Derp just read that. Jay's one item. C15 says, when is Pags coming back on with you for a market update? Well, actually, now that you mention it, Pags will actually be on this podcast tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be on somebody else's podcast later on today at 8 p.m., so I do have to go at some point, so I can go and do that. Super chat from John Robert Yellen says, check the OMI rebound, Randy. It's rocketed. Funny. Well, let's take a look-see. Go to bit 4x. Let's go and... Okay. I have so many notifications. Ooh. We had a nice little V-shaped recovery there. And it's, yeah, it was down to 4.9 to 5.4. Yeah, pretty good. Maybe it was just a shakeout, maybe it was a fake out, something like that. You know, shaking those paper hands. Thoughts on ultra rare zombie cap is so cheap. Let's see. Take a look, see. Yeah, he is actually at 323 for the ultra rare, and there is 323. So there's less than 5% of them on there. There's 3,800 of them. 323. That might be one of the cheapest, if not the cheapest. He is the cheapest Marvel ultra rare. Second is ultra rare Alligator Loki, and ultra rare Alligator Loki is animated. He should probably be more, especially considering what his secret rare counterpart is doing. But yeah, the Captain America. Oh, that is the cheapest Marvel ultra rare. So it's probably a decent buy one, especially if it's gamified somehow. I think that'd be really cool. But yeah, and thank you, John Robert Yellen, for telling me to check out the OMI stuff. Oh God, where was I? Okay, all right. Oh, that was the R2 thing. What's up, C15? How y'all doing? Mr. Pags will be on. Peter says 69. Love your thought process. Oh, thank you, JTA. This is when to take profits. It's really whenever you want. What are your thoughts on Ultraman with a view to China? I think he could be great in the future. Omar Casada says Trevor is on Twitter Spaces. Very nice. I love it when the team joins. Peter 69 again. Did I eat the chicken? I did eat the chicken. Chicken's great. Thank you. Elvis Garcia says, what up, dude? Thoughts on selling Ultra Rare Zombie Spider-Man to common of Spider-Man and common Steamboat Mickey? If you like those better, then sure. I mean, a lot of this, because everything will moon at some point. But if you like those better, and it's like, hey, I like them, I'm not going to sell them, then sure, by all means. I feel like Woody when Sid is doing that thing, and he's like burning his forehead. It's a damn window over there. Yeah, if you want to, by all means. I would prefer a common Spider-Man over the uncommon, or over the Ultra Rare Zombie Spider-Man. Even though I have 2 of the Ultra Rare Zombie Spider-Man, I only have 1 common of the other one. We got a super chat from one Kenobi saying Randolph the Great. No question, just that. Thank you so much for these super chats. They mean the world. Thank you, one Kenobi. Oh God, I'm huge again. Okay, there we go. Oh, where was I? Oh, man. I'm so sorry. I don't know if I'll ever get back to this. I don't know if I'll be able to answer everything. 400 wildcard pickup, ultra rare 07 glider, first aircraft, first watercraft, submarine. Oh, nice, AJ. Nice. Abdel Ahmed Sadiq saying low mint Marvel Mighties, hidden gems. Some might be, but I kind of, again, if they're gamified, absolutely, but I don't know if they will be or not. Interested in a Superman 155 for 6,500? No. Kidboy says, how much you charge for escrow transaction? It depends on how much it is. I don't do escrow transactions for under $1,000. I don't mean that's my fee. I just mean that if the transaction, just do it on the app. Just do it whatever. But if it's a small thing, if it's like, I'll just take like a common alligator Loki. If it's like a huge, like $20,000, to $100,000, I'll take a couple alligator Lokis, because that's a lot of money. Like, that's a lot of money. Yeah, so I'll take a couple. If it's over 100,000, I don't know, ultra rare alligator Loki, I guess. Yeah, but if it's small, if it's like under 10K, just a common alligator Loki. What do you think of Death? 262,000 mints and only 77 available. The floor is sitting at 600. It's a beautiful piece. It is. And it is a victim of censorship as well. She was not able to have her syringe. So I do like her. I think the animated glider was moving as well. Very nice. Joey says, I can flip my C-3PO, Wally, and Pizza Truck for Ultra Marvel Comics #1. Probably good. Hey, Morales says, Captain America Common is now 160 gems. Nice. Remember when those were being burned because they weren't being bought off the market? Lunacy. Mr. A says, Ultra Rare Marvel 1 is highly undervalued. Just be careful. Many of the stuff in the market has moved to all-time highs. Yes. Kobe Collects is pumping. He's got 45 spots left, and he may be running it tonight. There you go, Kobe Collects. Thank you for that super chat. I love you, brother. Ryan Uncamper says, oh my god, this sun. I don't know what to do. Captain Common doesn't even reflect the amount that were burned. Also true. Arya Chaman says, how much is buying the Kobe Collects? And he says, that's what I'm in. Nice. Walt Partridge statue, and every golden moment is in. Lots of Ben Rileys and stuff. Dude, I can't wait. Nerd Chaman says, how do we get it in as well? He says, come by the Discord if you like. My video descriptions have an invite link. So go to Kobe Collects. Boxing for Loki, don't forget. Yeah, I'll totally box for Loki. He says, that comes from Trent, come to vent. Horse on Jupiter says, any thoughts on Harley Deluxe? What do you think a good price for that piece is? I'm not really too familiar with it. So a good price for that piece, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not really too familiar. Halal says, how do you feel about the pump on Jason Batman? I got in for 309. Question if I should take profit, but if I long term, this could be a blue chip. You said Jason Fabric? Hang on 1 second here. Let me go to the Batman here and take a look-see. I don't think it's a blue chip. And what'd you get in for? 309. And, make a couple hundred gems, sure. I do not think that is a blue chip. I think even the Becky Cloonan and the Joe, they're safe. They're very safe, and they'll always go up. Not always, but you know what I mean, over long term. But any Batman after that, I feel like people are just, a lot of people do like the Amanda Conner Batman. But there is, I think any Batman after the first set is like, all right, it's not the first set. So, if you want to take profit, by all means, now's not a bad time, even though that could go up more. Nerd Chaman says, thank you, I appreciate you. Trent says, me, Randy are going to box each other for our secret rare Lokis. I don't even remember agreeing to that, but I guess we could at some point. I'm really not in fighting shape right now. I don't know when that'll happen. Victor Ushigalov says, Randy will bring the fridge business up. Heck yeah. I only wish that the sun was not taking off the way. I need to stream more at night because the sun sucks. Hey, Ryan, do you think we will get Ethereum to collectibles? I hope not. I hope it's only OMI to collectibles. Let people buy OMI with Ethereum. That's what I want. Unmutable X in a month, but who knows if that's all the collectibles. I don't think it'll be all. I think it would just be the artist to start, and then maybe the smaller companies. Because, again, the smaller companies don't have as much red tape as, like a Marvel, DC, or Disney. So I think they'll come on eventually, but that just might take a while. I still have a boogie on my nose? Oh, God, do I? Oh, God, do I? Have I had a boogie on my nose forever? Why didn't you tell me about this? Is it gone? We're gone. I think we're good. Okay. Keenan says, tasty pie, OMIs which are burned, taken from the reserve wallet. So these OMIs are not from circulating. That's a good point. Aldous Havley says, just subscribe to your channel. How have I missed you? Excited to check you out. Keenan says, we should see increasing OMI price once we get listed on exchanges. Good point. James Brown says, then you advice non-financial, haha. I enlisted the Avengers 8 for 850. Thank you for spending time answering these questions. Yeah, you got to give back to the community. You know, that you guys are really well. Also, the longer I stream, the better it is for at Hey David Don. How do I standoff try pretty much everyone on the fridge as well, because they get a lot of people going there. And then it's good. It's good for, I feel like streaming a lot and answering everybody's questions really tells people in the community, like, hey, I just ran into this guy's video that, he'll call me, made him a millionaire, and he could just be chilling. And so I feel like if they see people that don't have to do things and they do it anyways, like, oh, that just brings a better name to the community. Like, hey, that person is doing really well, and then they go and they see taps, and then they see, everyone over here. I'm pretty sure they'll. You want to grow the hobby. If you want the company to be successful, the company's gonna be successful anyway. It already is, but I think growing the hobby and showing people that especially new people, that hey, there's some good information out there, and there's a bunch of people that are already successful that are willing to help. That's really good. How do you make Rey Mysterio gives out like a shirt to a kid every time he comes out? He made a fan for life. Rey Mysterio makes fans for life every single night when he gives out a shirt to a young kid. Freddie Escobar says, sold my Homer and Bart by mistake. Listed it a while ago and forgot to delist before it sold. I bought an uncommon Steamboat Mickey for $520. Have 700 gems left. What do you think is a good buy? Let me see what the Harley Quinn was doing, because I bought one before at $725. It's $748. I do expect that to go to $900, but that is $748. If we're looking for something under that, like I said, a lot of the Holiday Groots are really good. I think that's a good set. Now, that being said, the Holiday Groot did just go up a decent amount. And the app, I guess, has a lot of traffic. I can't even see what be going on. But 700. Even the Zombie Hunter Spider-Man's out of reach now. That was at 790. That did dip down. 748. That goes below 7. Maybe I'd get that. I don't know. It's hard. Maybe a Wonder Woman, because Wonder Woman was over 700. And she's down currently to. Man, the app is really not, and currently down to 680. So maybe not. I don't know. It's hard. Ultra Alligator Loki's always a good thing as well. And Nakomi Skywalker, thank you so much for that super chat about favorite Star Wars character and why is it Luke Skywalker. Again, it might be Ahsoka Tano, and she'll have some things with Luke Skywalker at some point, I hope. But yeah, Luke is awesome. He's one of the most notable characters of all time. In sci-fi and media in general, we love him. I actually just watched the movie Fanboys last night. I saw it years ago, and it's for free on YouTube. Just YouTube Fanboys, and it's for free. It's amazing. Call me Skywalker. Got a complimentary fart with my super chat. Victor says, people sleeping on number 6, the 76 Robin first appearance, just a $220 floor. Nice. Beyond the Fans says that Freddie Escobar depends on what you're looking to do. Cheap low-mint collectibles like Groot will go up over time. Storm is cheap, but going up. Michael Dringetti says, when Yoda comes, call Diamond. Phone Diamond. Beyond the Fans says, Victor, you should agreed, picked up him for 110. Michael Gordon says, are we finally seeing a run on Ultra Steamboat Willie? A little bit. Comey Skywalker says, yeah, the Luke Mando scene was epic. Victor says, Amanda Connor Batman has 705, 745, almost floor prices. Nice. Cloud Jack says, I need Darth Maul though, before any other Star Wars character. I love Darth Maul. He was my first cosplay ever. Michelle Jurgenti says, big sleeper. Ow. His first appearance USS Enterprise. Can you imagine when AR goes mainstream? Trekkies are going to fall over each other. Yeah, I mean, so I thought that as well. They did not do well. Them and Voltron, I thought were like the biggest disappointment. Not again, they're cool, they're awesome, but just the fans just aren't in yet. I think that was very big long ago, and now like I don't know. I just the fans are older and they're not in yet. I would use caution. Now again, that could have like Star Wars fans can come in and be like, huh, I'm gonna take these and I'm gonna burn them. I'm gonna burn them all so that the Star Trek fans can't have any. Is that possible? Yes. But I don't know. Sorry, Mon says, where are you from? Technically, I'm from Peru. Kuijitsu says, golden moments have pumped lately. I think they'll go back down soon. They might do a small retrace, but yeah, they're good. Hondu Crypto says, Chavez, what's your background? I am from Peru, and Peruvian, and currently in Long Island. And we got a super chat coming in from Aldous Havley saying, love the AMA talk surrounding NFT collectibles becoming NFT toys. Excited for future of the Veveverse. Hugs to all. Oh, I'm waiting for this sun. Oh yeah, that's not gonna happen. But thank you, Aldous Havley, for the super chat talking about loving the talk surrounding NFT collectibles coming toys. They pretty much already are. When I was on it was the AMA I was on with Doctor Strange, the big collectibles, and I was he said, you know, his kids have every video game set because he has every video game set, and what happened? He has his kids. He told his kids pick one collectible on this, and they got one, and he said like, okay, he gave them the phone before he knew there was AR capabilities. Kids figured it out in 2 seconds. They were playing with it in the backyard, and he's like, what's going on? So he goes to them and he's like, what are you doing? And then he finds out like, because his kids weren't really impressed by really that much technology because they grew up around it, and you know it took a lot to impress them. But this was not he's like, this impressed them, and he knew there was something there, so that's why he's in. Vivi Fam Bam says, doing good, not getting hit too much. I'll be at some OMI parties. We're gonna celebrate. Party! I can't wait. Dude, these OMI parties are gonna be legit. Victor says, I want to work for a Comey. I'm network support, Cisco, CCNP certified. I would quit my job tomorrow if they offer. Apply. Apply. And then tell me all the secrets. Lee Down says, if a Comey integrates OMI as a means of cash out, which you won't be able to do gem to OMI, but you will be able to sell your stuff for OMI, like your NFTs. So do we see $1 this year? I don't think so. Crypto Rain does. I think 50 cents is like my absolute golden goose case. But my bull case is like 30 cents. Or my absolute bear case, 5 cents maybe. You know, that's like my absolute bear case. Also, we are seeing a trend of EV being bear market proof. Meow. Not bear market proof, but definitely not being as affected. Like it'll resist it a little bit. Like if you're doing, you know, let's say if you're doing flamethrower on a Rapidash, it'll still do damage, but it's going to resist it because it's a fire type. You know, doing surf on a Blastoise will still damage it, but not as much as if you do a normal type move because it resists water, because it is a water Pokemon. So it will have bear market resistance, but it will not bear market proof. That is Iron Man better deal than Harley first appearance right now, in my opinion. There's a lot of, it may be. I don't know. David Holden says, if I had $1,000 to invest right now, what would you buy? Long-term investment in mind. I had $1,000 to invest right now. What would I buy? Long-term? Joker, first appearance Joker just went under 1,000. He's pretty good long-term. First appearance Joker is really the ultra rare zombie hunter Spider-Man is under. Yeah, I think under 1,000 is good. You could stack up on Groots, stack up on zombies. Those guys are good. Splint with a $4.99 super chat says, awesome to hear your Peruvian also. Vamos casa. So Viva Peru. Yeah, I I remember when I was younger, um, an older person. I just happened to be good at math when I was younger, just adding, and I remember an older person saying, "Oh, I'm surprised he's smart coming from a country like that." And I didn't know how to verbalize it yet, but I pretty much knew, like, well, just because where you're from doesn't really matter. You have the potential. It's just schools aren't good in a lot of places, but you put somebody that has a lot of potential into a place where they can compete, and when you have a place that you can compete, it is they could be just as competitive. This is Boogie on my beard now. I don't see anything on my beard. Amar Ali, you messing with me? Or was I beforehand? Oh God, I'm so behind on this. Oh, all right, so I'm not too much behind. Tyler Sheehan, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. I do appreciate that. Saying Randy, first season looks like it's taking off, except the Kripkins. Again, a lot of what I do now is value investing. I just try to find good deals, and a lot of what I get, I don't really sell. The four main ones that I will sell is the second Eddie Riso Batman, the sub 100 ultra rare Spider-Man, the sub 50s secret rares Captain America and Storm. The rest I'm just going to keep. The Kripkins, I don't know, like how many people like knew about them before the app. I would put it in things that people know. Peter Horse is Ewok. That's what it was. Is the Ewok. Eli saying, when do you think brands like Star Trek and Bond will get their day? Well, apparently Bond was moving today. I was surprised that Powerpuff Collectibles is not rising much. Me too. Powerpuff Girls, everyone, them and Adventure Time. I really think that they were going to go a lot higher, and they probably will at some point. Planet Vampires is when I told my manager at work how much I was up in NFTs. He offered to give me $10,000 to invest for him, and I keep 10%. Nah, I'm good. I would have taken that. I'd be like, yeah, sure, give me that, let's go. Rossi Films, thanks, Randy. Just FOMO into 10 Loki commons. Yo, Rossi Film going into 10. I mean, if that's like my character now, people associate me with that, and I lean into it. Again, I don't want to get any more because I already have 69 of them. And that's a nice number. So maybe at some point, if I do get, let's say, like 80 Loki commons, I would sell a couple, and then I would just get the ultra rares, and I would keep myself at 69. Maybe. So actually, because if there's, oh yeah, I would need to get another 29 in order to get 1% of the supply. It's a lot. Ben Houston says, is selling 3PO for Joe Mad a good idea? Probably, yes. Halal says that money leaving the crap is happening now, in my opinion. Maybe. I mean, again, some people are just... Some money leaving... Yeah, maybe. Maybe you do see a little bit of that. I think always Marvel and DC will carry a premium, and Disney as well. Like, when you get Lion King NFTs, when you get Mulan NFTs, you think that they're not gonna like absolutely carry a premium? I love Lion King. I want a Mufasa saying, "You deliberately disobeyed." I want something epic. I want Scar. Oh my God, Jeremy Irons is Scar. Oh my God. After that whole intro with the Circle of Life happens, and then that giant paw comes down on the screen, like, whoa. Yeah. Oh my God. Go Scar. The hyenas, dude. I would love to see fights in the Veve verse between actually a Mexican standoff. The zombie Captain Americas and the zombie Hunter Spider-Mans. But then there's also hyenas from the Lion King. That's what I want to see. I want to recreate that fight between Mufasa. That Simba and all of the Lion Pride and Scar and the hyenas. I want Shiz to go crazy. I want Shiz to go absolutely bananas. And why do I want that? Because it was cool. That was like the coolest part of the movie, being able to go, yeah, yeah, like Rafiki coming in, being like a freaking ninja. You know, Timon and Pumbaa go. they pretty much Sponge Guard before Sponge Guard was a Sponge Guard. That is, oh my god, that's. I wonder why nobody else has made that connection yet. Okay, yeah, that would be great. What about Lady Rainbow undervalued? Lady Rainicorn? She's been staying at that price for a while, so probably, yeah. Tasty Pies is OMI bear market proof because collectibles and crypto seem to alternate. Crypto market down means collectibles up and vice versa. Only profit. I do think people will have a lot of fun trading. Make a lot of people a lot of money. Andre Popescu says, do you think that everything will pump with the Immutable X launch? When we get on exchange, yeah, there's a lot of stuff. OMI to NFT, exchange, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Micah Saunders says, what do you think that the common alligator Loki or uncommon Groot? Oh. Probably the uncommon Groot. Because the uncommon Groot is animated. Now, that being said, yeah, because the common alligator Loki has 9,800 of them. There's 50 of them. And it's not animated. The uncommon Groot, oh, the uncommon Groot has 18,000. So it has double of them. But it's around retail, 44. But it is animated. Actually, I thought they were around the same. That is my fault. Because he said the uncommon. Oh. And there's only 295 of Lokis. And the uncommon Groot, there's 1,500. So there's more than 5 times as many of the. Now, granted, there is 2 times as more as the Groots, but there's 5 times as more supply. Again, I have 4 of the uncommon holiday Groots, so I'm not like, just like pooping. I have it. That is hard. That is hard. At that point, I don't know. I do think a lot of the Groots are undervalued. The common alligator Lokis are now 25% above retail, and the common Groots are only 10% above retail, but most likely, most likely the Lokis do probably have more room to grow, even though they just increased a ton. They were $35 the other day. But again, the uncommon Groots being animated, and the only uncommon to be animated right now, I think that does give it a little bit of. It should give it a premium, but it's hard. I would say common Loki though. Junior Sanchez, what's up, brother? How you doing? Hope everything's been good. It's been great. Thank you, Junior. It's been a while. My son is OMI better to invest in Veve. Well, that was kind of the subject of the thing the first 10 minutes. Still trying to invest in OMI, but I find the process of obtaining OMI difficult. Veve, the NFT is very easy. OMI is difficult. I think for the next month or so, the NFTs are probably going to be the ones you're going to want to get, or at least right now for the next month. But in a month, I would say OMI. Dito is 30K, maybe 50. Justin says 1 or 2 McGregor, 3-4 Mayweather, the crypto space. Sean Hum says, Zach says, I think renting collectibles will pay MCP so they don't have problems with NFT becoming security. Could be either or. Lucy says, yo, Randy, Secret Rare Storm or Superman? Probably Storm. Now, I fully expect Superman to get to 5K, 6K, 8K before the end of the year. But Secret Rare Storm is animated. There's less of her. That movie coming out. There was one Man of Steel movie. That was it. DC has had a really hard time with their extended universe. Really hard time. Justin Storm's up 40 gems from yesterday. Nice. See, everyone's saying Superman, but I don't know. I feel like Storm is a lot less of her. Crazy Net 420 is my fault. Is increased by $8,000 in the last 12 hours. Where else can you get this amount of growth? You can't. And we're stupid early. How many people do you guys know in real life that have bought NFTs? 1% of them, maybe? It's stupid early. And if they have, Like they only know about people spending lots of ETH, paying a bunch of gas fees for JPEGs, for stuff that this is so much better. This is too good. This is too good. We are too. I don't think we understand how lucky we are to be this freaking early. This is bananas. Omi Hoy Mike Jack says, Randy, you said you thought the Todd would catch up to Riso a couple times before it leaves. Todd, do you think still Todd can catch up to Riso? Wind the clocks back, a couple, like 6 months, 8 months ago, Riso was 10 times as much as Todd. If more. Like 12 times. Then 10 times, then 8, then 6. Now it's not even 3 times as much as the Todd. Todd has closed the gap a lot faster than I thought. Right now, as of what we're talking about, I did not think this would happen. And I still do think that at some point, Riso will explode, just because there's only that whole set will, but only about 1,600 people can ever get that first set, because 100 of those 1,750 are owned by Dr. Profit. A bunch are owned by Lewis Morgan. I'm sure Mr. Pags has some. I have 2 of them. Now, I'm going to sell one of mine. But Todd's at 8,700. Riso's at 18,900. Again, he's not even triple. Give it like 2 months, he might not even be double of what Todd is. But again, I really do see in the future Eddie Riso's reclaiming a little bit some of their former glory, because again, you people that want that set, 1,600 people that want it, they can't get it. They need that. I do think that again, Todd has done an amazing job closing the gap. Absolute amazing job closing that gap. But I still do have high hopes for the Riso. So I got 2. And one Kenobi says, fire, Crazy Dan 420. Similar here. Yo, and one Kenobi. Schmarkle says, hey Randy, have you seen the partnership with Veve and Brandalized? I haven't, but Banksy, I think because of other things that we've seen in the past. Oh my god, my throat. Okay. That I do think we do get Banksy at some point. Earth Goro says, I have 0 OMI right now. There's still time. Get some. Cody Williams says, Superman can be pumped easily by NBA athletes, more so than Storm, I believe, but splitting hairs. That's a good point. Yeah, that is a very good point. A lot of Storm had a lot of growth recently. Storm doubled. Superman's kind of stayed the same. So Superman is probably due for a run up. Again, I think he gets to 8K at some point this year. But Storm, I think, goes a little bit higher. Excuse me. Lucy says he might be right, Cody. Justin says NBA is there. There's still a lot of people that watch NBA though, even if I don't really. TBW says, Randy, love watching you when I can. How long after the first day of OMI migration do you think first exchange will come, and which one will it be? Well, they're doing the token swap migration the last week of January, so I don't think we get exchanges until mid-February, till late February probably. I think it would be a KuCoin, Kraken, Gemini, Crypto.com. I was not expecting Coinbase or Binance until later, but Binance had just listed Immutable X, and I made a video about it this morning. That's insane. I think OMI will be. I think we get big exchanges soon. Now, if Akomi's plan was to say, you know what, we'll do a couple exchanges in February, a couple exchanges in March, a couple in April, and maybe they would save Coinbase for April, and then I didn't think Binance would be much later. But if Binance says I want that money, and Binance says no, if we're gonna list your coin, we're doing it now, and Akomi's okay, we might get 3 exchanges. I don't know. I don't know the order in which they're gonna do it. But it will be huge. It will be crazy. It will be bananas. I don't know which one. Earthguards, how much OMI do you own? 116.5 million. Jericho says, oh, Charles, I bought 50,000 OMI. Okay. Most of my net worth is in Veve. Okay, but 50,000 OMI. You know, when this reaches $1, it's, you know, $50,000. James Wallace says, I have listed 56 Red Skull, had him listed super low at 2K because I wanted a Fantastic Four, number 5 secret rare. No one bought him, thankfully, and I sold other stuff. Fantastic Four, number 5 secret rare is a very good buy. That is a very good buy. Joe M says, the delay of MTL had lots of people just hodling all these gems and just maybe the reason for the recent pump. Maybe. Goes next is Banksy will have a secret drop in the middle of the night while we are sleeping. Could be. Idiot Card Collector says, can you withdraw from Veve or is it once? You cannot. You will be able to in the next couple months. Only Hoy My Jazz Ben Riley Spider-Man only has, 616 editions. Definitely has more room to grow. I think so as well. Jericho's, by the way, this is a temple. A canvas to wear. Oh, hey, what's going on? This is, I finally decided to use my personal account. Hope to make more art for you, my man. Oh, why, thank you. Yeah, Temple, a canvas to wear, had made made some fan art of me, and it was fantastic. It is the real Randy Chavez as king of alligator Lokis. I have a little bit of Mickey Mouse, and there's some of my profile in the background. It's really cool. It's really awesome. Thanks for that, man. DW says most of the gems were bought in December. No, I think pump. Yeah, I think it's new people coming as well. It's a good point, DW. Jericho says, how do we follow standoff chart on Veve? How do we follow standoff chart on Veve, by the way? What does he have on sale? Also, we can sale so we can follow the man. Honestly, I don't know. It's because I'm like a boomer, but standoff chart. If they just put it into the app, it doesn't. It says no account matches the results, but I know it's him. Like I've seen it before. I have to ask him if there's anything that he has that is for sale, so that we can go and like. My cousin was texting me the other day. He's like, "How do I find you?" And he's like, "Yeah, I searched that and nothing came up." So I was like, "Okay, well look at Secret Rare Captain America number 47. That's me for sale," and then she found me that way. So I have to ask what he has for sale, so that we can just go to that and then we can find him there. Hoytron says, will stamps next in this pump? That might take a while. I don't know. Don says, can we see all collectibles listed from one account on the market? I don't know. I think that'll be an update at some point. Rebecca says, I love the Ghost Bears too. Really low mints and people are still sleeping on them. I'm glad I got the set. Kyle Lloyd says, Storm Secret Rare Pumpin'. She was at 3K at one point. She had gone down a little bit. Oh, my body. Oh, my bad. I think she was actually higher, if I'm not mistaken. 86 in the market. Oh, she's at 2,400. Now might not be a bad time to buy her, because she was at 3K. Or I think it was even higher. So when you come down 20%, probably a good thing to get, in my opinion. Just my opinion. Just saying. Yeah, that's good. It's good. Let's see what Deadpool's at. See if he was at 35. Now he's at 29. These things aren't bad to get when they dump a little bit. They're not bad. Like I said, I should have got Loki yesterday when he was at 10. Was at 2.9. Back down to 3.4. So it is going down. If it does go back to 2.9 again, I'll try to sell something to get it. I don't know what I'd get. Keep y'all posted. Mark Jesus, my God, it was so amazing when Luke showed up in Mando. It's like everything my 1983 self wanted. Took 37 years to pay off. Good things come to those who wait. Cybermind says, I'm selling my crypto and putting into Veve, thanks to you. Okay, well, I don't give financial advice, Cybermind. This is just what I'm doing. Kyle Lloyd says, what's your thoughts on ultra rare zombie cap is so cheap? I think it's just because it is. People are just sleeping right now. Michael James says, thoughts on what Captain America Mighties will do their first appearance. They have gone up a bit. If it's gamified, those things are going way to the moon. Aaron Knight says, the OMI being burned does not come out of the circulation supply. Agreed. John Robert Yellen says, check the OMI rebound. Yeah, we are rocketing. Watching the Prey says, how closely will ultra rare animated follow secret rare Loki? Well, normally the secret rare is only are only about 4x of what the ultra rares are. But it's like 10x of what. So I think the ultra rare Loki's got a little bit to go. Either that or the secret rares can continue coming down, whichever work. DW says, as time goes on, secret rare Spidey will pull away. Celebs and rich people want secret rare Spidey, not the ultra rare. Ultra rare will do well, though. That's a good point. Rupak says, Labus didn't move a lot. When breeding comes, they will moon. Yeah, it's possible. And one Kenobi says, Randolph the Great. No questions, just that. Thank you, and one. Eli Stanky, what's going on? He's trying to find out how significant 76 mint. It's not. It's the people that I've had so many people message me, hey, is this a good mint number? You think it's worth more? It never is. Like, at some point it might be. Some point people care about that, but right now, I've never had any buyer. Like, the only ones are 69, 420, and like the 88 or 888. Everything else, nobody cares about right now. Will they come in at some point? Yes. But right now, they haven't. Like a pizza pie, thanks for just being out here, dropping knowledge. I'm trying. Cody Williams says, anyone interested in the Dick Sprang the Batman, number 1915? The year Dick Sprang was born. Someone answer him if he wants. Marty says, dude just said, I'm so sick of the team. I don't know what that means. Hondu Crypto, check out the idea about if I go to Times Square and I use Spider-Man, Captain America to take pictures of tourists and charge $20 a pop. That's great. That's great. Cody says, Randy, do you know a good way for me to sell some collectibles for OMI? You have to find, if you find someone and you have agreed on a price, I'll do escrow. If it's, yeah. StarTech says, hey Randy, thoughts on OMI price this year? I think it gets to 30 cents before bear market. Slat Guy just got my first 100,000 OMI yesterday. Very good, Slat. I was annoyed it was taking a test while it was below 5. I think I'm good at this level to grab 100k more. When I had money, I bought OMI as soon as I could. As soon as I got money in, I would buy more. Aim Raleigh says, mate, the boogie's now on your... StarTech says, I would get the first Veve stamp ultra rare. StarTech is going hard on the stamps. Bird Diverters online says, what do you think about the ultra rare Steamboat Mickey? Over undervalued? It's fine. I mean, it'll go up as time goes on. For me, it's like, I'm not really nostalgic for it. 99 Star Carlos says, I have 3 holiday Groot set mints, 71, 73, and 83. What would you price that at? It depends on which mint it is. On the commons, I would say it would be about 10x the floor. Uncommons be about 8x, and rare would be about 6x the floor. Akomi Skywalker's a pump. Ray Grenade says that Robin was 1,100 2 weeks ago. People not sleeping on it no more. It's true. Jeremy Lyons says, Randy's my favorite. Best on the internet. Thanks, man. By the way, the 5,000 lifetime freezer might be the best investment ever. I considered, and I don't have anything to promote currently. No problem. And again, I know the sun is kind of blocking that, but for those of you that are wondering, only 6 people can be on the freezer at a time. And 3 over here, 3 over here. And standoff chart, like at Hey David Don's going to be at the top for at least a couple months, but standoff chart is on there permanently. No one can take a spot. Someone could offer me, now again, you could take the other spots, but once 6 people are on there, you could offer me $50,000. I would not be able to do it because only 6 people can ever be on there. So Jeremy Lyons, shout out to you. Ace Jen says, give Voltron time. Just like Ultraman, $30 commons are now 200. That's a good point. Alice Havley says, love the AMA talk surrounding NFT collectibles and becoming NFT toys. Excited for the future. BBverse hugs to all. Hugs back. John Ariel says, bought the whole Star Trek set on a drop plus a spare board cube rare. It was what I was waiting for when I started the Veve app. My man. Again, collect what you like and you will be happy. Yes, Barbosa says, what will Earth 2 crypto price? Oh, dude, I wish I knew. We've been waiting for over a year. I am so glad I have a Megacity in there. I have, Chavez Topia linked down below. I've got like 30,000 Essence. I got 6K in there waiting to buy more. I'm ready. James Rowland says, what do you think about the frog? Think it could be the next Loki? Throg? I think they could fight each other at some point. Or maybe not, because they're not really animated. Maybe they could be reverse. I don't know. I think that would be fun, though. Chris, hey, Randy, how safe do you think it is to transfer your OMI to the app? I don't have any on the app. I don't have any on exchanges. They're all in trust wallets. It's probably fine, though. Splint with that $5 super chat says, awesome to hear your Peruvian also. Vamos casa. Yeah, yes. Thank you, my Peruvian fam over there. Other than that, is that your... Oh, wow, your profile picture is your Veve vault. That's really cool. Marilee says the bogey. Veve Benoit says, I heart your channel, Randy. I heart you too. Freddie Escobar says, thanks for the advice. I love your show. Thank you so much. I love you guys too. 99 Crypto says, Randy, would you sell your OMI now to buy back if the price goes lower? I would not sell OMI right now. OMI would no. Never. Not right now. I would not sell OMI at any point under a penny. Under like probably 4 pennies. Musketeer says, Randy, would you sell an alligator Loki for Becky Batman? I would not, but other people... I mean, the safer bet is definitely Becky Cloonan Batman. Because that's part of that first set. And that's, yeah. And again, if you can't get the Riso or you can't get the Todd, you know, like if Eddie Riso's 50K at that time, Todd will probably be like 40K. You know, really closing that gap. I mean, the gap does get bigger. I mean, like when the gap was only, you know, $800, it grew. Like the gap grows, but you know, it's less than 3x now. Like that. So the gap might grow from 10K to 20K, but the difference, you know, so if the difference right now is $10,000, the gap might double to $20,000, but instead of being 2.5x the price, or more than two times greater the price, it might only be 20% greater when Riso's at 100K and Tom McFarland's at 80K. Now, again, I'm just using these numbers. It could be a lot less. That 50 and 40K might be a better example. But yeah, I think safer is probably anything from that first set. Alligator Loki is pretty risky, but I mean, I've been saying that for a while, and I've invested more into Alligator Loki than anything. So. Veve Pinoy says, I think Veve NFT is a better investment for right now. Burns directly, impacts the reserve wallet. As reserve wallet gets low, collectibles value increase. That's true. Right now it is, but in a month I think it will be OMI. And now again, I have more OMI than anything, any other investment. Veve Pinoy says, without buybacks and no exchange, it will take a while for OMI to moon. I mean, until we get the exchanges, yeah. Dennis Rodman says, new update for the app. Yo, is there? All right, let's take a look-see. Get rid of the calendars, get rid of these. Let's go to the Play Store. Let's go to Veve. And we do have a new update. So everybody, please update your app. Thank you, Dennis Rodman, for letting me know about the update to the app. You are a gentleman and a scholar. Reaganade says, exactly, plus no one wants OMI to pump yet. We want to keep burning till it can't burn no more. Exactly. There's if you want quick money, buy the NFT. Agreed. JQ says, hi, Randy. Do you see the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday movie trailer? Ooh, I did not. But that would be great. Can't wait for Groot. Yeah. There's going to be a series called I Am Groot as well. And then, as Guardians of the Galaxy or Guardians 3. That'll be fun. Only Player One says, does anyone want OMI for a waltz? If I had a waltz, I'd take it, but I don't. As boys, end of year prediction for partner statues, please. 30K? 50K? I don't know. Probably going to be a lot. And if Disney gives the Walt statue or any of the statues NFTs, they will probably moon the hardest. Because that's a lot. Like, that's a big thing. But that's if they do. Regan says, I've been telling all my friends about Veve when Superman hit $300. Only one of them joined, and he already 10x'd. All it takes is one. Jericho says, yeah, no one I know buys NFTs yet. Says, early bird gets the worm. Beyond the Fans, a prediction of what the first Pokemon on the app will be. Gen 1 starters, Pikachu, something else. Probably Gen 1 starters. I don't know, Crypto says, I'm so upset I didn't get a Todd when it was at 300 because it was a common, live and learn. I got Todd at 425, 45, something like that. Pretty happy. Getsy says, hey, Randy, just here in the background at work, listen to the fire of a monologue. We all have no clue how early we are. Pick anything on this app, and it'll be already 5x next year or next week. Agreed. Gitso TW says, hey, Bossman Chavez, what's going on? OG says, hey, Randy, hope you're having a good day, my man. Do you think Wally is a hold long term? Honestly, anything or any of these are probably holds long term. I don't really have any special thing to connection to Wally, but there are many people that do, and I don't think many of them are on the app right now. So now he's probably not the best, but longer term, when people get in on him, it probably, again, any Disney golden moment is probably a very safe bet long term. Hold its value; it'll probably increase slowly. I think Disney moments and Superman are like the S&P 500. They will slowly grow over time. Super safe. Gets us. What about Star Trek ships? Yeah, if the older people get in, yeah, it'll probably be good. Especially if they get utility in the VV-verse, where you say, hey, the fastest way to go from here to here is by Star Trek ship. And yeah. M with a $4.99 super chat says 7,500 gems available. Buying at all-time highs, snipe random deals, or just wait for a dip. Well, if you decide what hurts more, if you wait for the dip and it doesn't come and it just goes up, is that going to hurt more than if you buy up here and then it dips down here? If you decide that buying up here and dipping down here, then it dips down here, does not hurt as much as the other one, then by all means go and buy some. But 7,500, you can't even buy a Todd. Damn. I think the good ones are Captain America Secret Rare at 6,800. I think the Fantastic Four #5 Secret Rare. I'm going to find it. I want to see, though, because it might not if it mooned overnight. I haven't really checked it. Oh my! I hate it when it doesn't show and you have to reset it. Okay, so Fantastic Four #5 Secret Rare. That's something that you can get as well. Comics are being slept on. They haven't had really a pump, and it might take a long time. But I think if you were to get a Fantastic Four #5 Secret Rare at $4,600, and then you have another 3K left, and you get like a Storm Secret Rare for 25, 24, yeah, 25. All right, so a Fantastic Four #5, a Storm Secret Rare, and then a ultra rare Alligator Loki. I think those are really, really good. If you have 7,500 right now, and Loki's have dipped down to 310. They were at 350. They have dipped down. I mean, getting a couple of rare holiday Groots are good. But those two are the bigger ones that I would get. Or if you want to, Captain America Secret Rare, that is definitely good as well. Spider-Man Ultra Rare is very good as well, but let me check that real quick, because that might be over by now. Like that might be over what you want to spend. If as this app is the update is making the app go slower. Yeah, the Ultra Rare is at 6,400. So, those items. What I said, any combination of those is probably what I would do, is if I had that, and I would be okay if I bought them up here and then they all dipped. That's just my opinion. Oh wow, where was I? Okay. Thank you for the update news. Early bird gets the worm, 100%. What's going on, guys? Star Trek Todd, updates on the app. Yep. Spider-Man uncommon or common, which you think is better investment? People really do love the commons. There's so much more of them. The uncommon, I don't know. I think they're both good. They're both good long term. Clement L says, what do you think Spidey's Secret Rare top 100 mint is worth now? I will let you know. Probably about 200,000. It won't sell that. Like there's going to be Secret Rares on here that are probably worth like 150 or even less than that. But it's 53,000 at the bottom, the floor. You can get a sub 100 right now. Actually, the only sub 100 is actually 200,000. So yeah. Yeah, and the next one after that is 250. I think that's hard. It's really hard. I would say if you go and you get, I think the normal floor will be $250,000. So at some point this year. Now that right now is not that 200,000 number 77 is not like, yo, it's crazy, super undervalued. Go get it right now. It's not. If it was 100,000, I would say that. But this is pretty properly rated, but I do think this will be much higher in the future. Because again, all the rest of these guys right here that are 3 million, 6 million, 5 million, 7 million, 5 million, they're not actually on sale. They're just flexing. There is no cheaper option right now. That being said, after you sell one for 200,000, maybe somebody says, you know what, if I can get 150 for mine, I'll go and buy 2.5 of the two of the secret rares. Get the floors, and maybe they'll do that. But that's my opinion right now. Audible Collective says Throg is decent set to finish. I think he is too. Same with Voltron says Audible Collective. Shane says partner statues hit all-time high. Yes, it has. Super Duper Hank says, wow, Randy, that list. I know, right? Responsive Resolve says, when Boba Fett? We might get him by the end of the Boba Fett series. What's up, Aiden Smith? Henry Flores says, what are your thoughts on the Ultraman collectibles? They'll be huge when Asia comes on board. Crypto K says, I agree. I think mint number will matter more once amount of listings are seriously decrease. Agreed. Goes next says, Randy, was the sub 100 Spider-Man secret rare at $150,000 sold? I don't know. Probably not, but it might have. Alfie Lloyd says, hey, Randy, in regards to mint numbers, what do you think of 0xx00 mints? For me, it's a poor man's 2-digit. Been picking them up when they're on the floor. Could be something. Might have to wait for a while on it, though. Energy says, hi, fam. What's going on? Jesse says, Kobe Collects is running a blind box, 250 people. Someone is getting a Walt and all other golden moments in the box as well. Randy has a spot. Come join us. Only about 25 spots left. Hey-oh! Thank you, Desi. I can't wait for that tonight. That's going to be great. I can't wait to see what goes on. David Rose Mom says, when OMI to blinds? Oh, so I get blinds? Shane says, partner statues hit all-time high. I believe Disney is the best brand for the masses. Yes, Disney will bring the masses. How do you get on your freezer? So in order to get on my freezer, Justin Mills. I know right now it doesn't seem that great because the sun is being horrible. But for just a spot for 1 month, it's an ultra rare alligator Loki. Hey David Don was the first. But to get on the freezer permanently, to be there forever for the life of the channel, which I'm going to try to strike. Standoff chart. It's $5,000 of NFTs, and that would be. I will try to be here forever. Probably 10 years, but it is for the life of the channel. And I told Standoff Chart, I was like, listen, you're the first one to do it. Now I have to be on there. Now I have to go and make videos for like 10 years. And he could change it. He could change Standoff Chart to be something like, a website or like a book deal that he's doing, whatever. And I mean, anyone here can change it also. If next month the person who put AfroDroidLegends.com wanted to go and say, you know what, can you change it to like my Veve username? Because I think right now, following someone on the Veve app, if you follow ChaviCat5, you follow me, Standoff Chart as well. I think that is going to be one of the most important things in the Veveverse. How many followers you have. Because you could put out a post and people are like, oh, hey, this person's having a party. This person's doing this. This person's doing a giveaway. That type of thing. So Justin Mills, that's how I get. Sam says, freezer is off. I know, the stupid son. Sam says, I'm sorry, Wubba says, where did you get Dashi from? I got Dashi from a place called Lloyd's. Lloyd's is it's a spot in New York City. It was 2017. It was my first year ever making real money. I just got out of the military. I was in the high risk lending and then I saw, and it's just, I saw her face and wow. And then I took of that. Sorry. And Dash has been with me ever since. Highs and lows. We love each other. Dashi is God. I am his prophet. DW says, I feel like low mints matter more for high minted NFTs, kind of like Pokemon cards. High graded hold a lot more significance. Set cards than doing trophy cards. That's true. Trophy cards, nobody really, people still care about the mint, but at one point they just want the card. So that's a good point, DW. George Voice Fit says, what do you think of the Human Torch? I have them. I like them. I like the whole set. Charles Moore says, hi, Jackie, Vivi girl. Hi. Sean Chaikin says, Randy, how are you going to swap your OMI? I just sent all my OMI to the web wallet because I want to stake all mine in the program. So sending it now is the best so there's no stress. I mean, if you want, I am, when I need to put OMI to stake, I'll put OMI there to stake. When I need to put OMI on the exchanges to sell, for the most part, I'm just keeping them in my trust wallets. And I'll sell and put on, as I need. Donald Doyle says, would you sell your only Superman and ultra rare DeLorean and add a few gems to get a secret rare Fantastic Four #5 comic? Knowing that it could take a while, like a long while, for that to, like months, if not a year, for that to reach its true value, the Fantastic Four #5, knowing that, I still would, even though short term that DeLorean, again, if Veveverse comes out and DeLorean has utility by being able to drive around the Veveverse, that's going to shoot up so much. Superman's one, and somebody in sports has a Superman thing, like that could pump very well short term a lot more than Fantastic Four #5. But according to Sleep in Comics and Comics and Crypto, Fantastic Four #5 is going to be one of the most important, it's already one of the most important comics on the app. So I got one. And I got a Fantastic Four #1. So, yeah, they are, that is long term, that's probably a better bet. Donald Doyle says, would you sell your only super, oh, I just read that. Hypelic says, when mint my own NFTs on Veve and sell on Veve in a separate market? I don't know, Hypelix. That would be really fun to do. Fun Farmers, what's up, Randy? What's going on? Jericho's, damn, Dennis Rodman on Veve? Sam says, got the Ben Reilly Spider-Man almost 2 hours after the drop. Mint number 69! What do you think it's worth now? Is that the ultra rare? And in the future, thank you. Okay, so, wow, number 69. It's awesome. I'll give you the thoughts on my ultra rare first. 7,200 for ultra rare Ben Reilly. Nice. And he was at 8,800 at one point. 85, give or take. Wow. Well, you can get a number 66 for 11,000. I think that's if you put number 69 on there for like 10,000, that would probably sell because it's cheaper and it's a meme number. Oh wow, yeah. Yeah, it's not even double the price of the floor, and it's a sub 100. Yeah. That's what I would, yeah. Justin B says, what do you mean if Disney gives them NFTs in regards to the question about partner statue? I think I meant utility. Yeah. Again, I stream for like 6 hours a day. I get a little, my brain gets a little. Free Kip says, just lurking, bro. Hope all is well. Thanks, Free Kip. Love you too. And with that, $5 super chat saying 7,500 gems available by all-time highs. Again, I would, knowing that these could dump at any time, I would lock in the Fantastic Four Secret Rare #5, or I would lock in a Secret Rare. If I get the Fantastic Four #5, I would also get a Secret Rare Storm and an Ultra Rare Alligator Loki. If I did not get that, I would go for Secret Rare Captain America, and then maybe an Ultra Alligator, maybe an Ultra Rare Spider-Man animated as well. A lot of things come back to Loki. Maybe the Groot, a lot of Groot sets as well. If you did like, I don't like alligators, get the Groots. He's kind of an established character, been in a bunch of movies. Loki has not had much of that yet. Had not had much exposure. Hypelix is 5K? 5K for what? I forget. 99 Cryptos, Fantastic Four 13, Secret Rare massively undervalued. I don't really know that comic that well. Aiden Smith says, what do you think is the best investment for 600? I'd say if Wonder Woman were to dip below 600, totally get her, but she is not. She has, what is she right meow? 669. Nice. Yeah, it's hard. 600. Maybe a ultra rare Deadpool. Is it 515? Let's see what the ultra rare Storm is. Is it 540? Zombie Hunter Spider-Man, you can't really. Although it's at 780, so that's not bad. I would say a Doctor Doom is probably pretty good. I like him. What about Spider-Man Rare Season 1 for 950? I think that's a good deal. I do like him. But I don't want to say, like, again, that could dump it any moment, but long term, I do like him. Jeremy Lyons has 56 Ultraman Rares for sale out of 3,500 mints. It's wild. Yeah, that's not even 2% of the market. Najib Damar's opinion on Supergirl Rare. So not the ultra rare from the first. That I don't like her. If it's from the DC Ars Alley, I don't like that one. Audible Collectibles is Zombie Cap common is way under Zombie Hunter Spider-Man. It is a lot. But Spider-Man always carries a premium. But yeah, he was under retail for the longest time. Philip says, my OMI not showing in Veve wallet after update. Is exchange coming soon? I don't know why it's not showing in the wallet. Maybe put in a ticket for that. But yeah, exchanges will be here hopefully next month. Vignes Sivaraja. So I hope a Spider-Man Secret Rare number 933. Wow. You got one. Do you think I should hold it for passive income in the future? I'm not sure how much of that. I mean, if you could rent it out probably and get passive income. But I think that in the future, I think he'll be able to make you somehow, and everyone with a Secret Rare Spider-Man will be able to get some type of passive income. Audible collectors, Zombie Captain is under the drop price. Nice. This one's starting to gather Groots. Nice. On player ones, do you know anyone selling 5 to 10,000 gems? I don't right now. Mix, I have a common Steamboat Willie edition mint number 2811. Steamboat period of 1928. Is there any additional value? No, it's the same. Najib Damar says, I got 23. I got 3K if you want to buy OMI player. Oh, nice. Yeah, so it would be maybe 1928 would have the more value. MIG, maybe slightly. Mirestone says R2D2 paper hands woke up and reversed the pump over 1K in a matter of minutes. They're lost. Yeah. Super Duper Hank says, hey Randy, thanks for the message about the 3 Shadowless first edition Pokemon cards. I will pass. I think 5K is too much for moderately played cards. Saw your face and wow. Oh, that reminds me, we got a Patreon member shout out. This picture tells a story, it's life of many shades. I'd wake up every morning and before I start each day, I take a drag of last night's cigarette, smoldering in its tray. Down a little something and then be on my way. I travel far and wide, lay this head at many ports. Okay. Everyone, I know you can't really see, but at Hey David Don is one of the best people to follow on Twitter. Standoff Chart is probably the best people to follow on the app, along with Choppy Cat 5. On YouTube, you got Star Helix, Kyle Willson, Wendy Stibalis, Golden Assets, Puddin' Cheeks, and VV Las Vegas. On the Twitter, you got at EQ_crypto, at Not Star Helix, and at Wet Wizard VV on the Twitter. And then if you just want to put your money elsewhere, AfroDroidLegends.com, YouStayGlassy.store, and WoundedWarriorProject.org. What do you think of Cleo and Amelia? I like Amelia better just because I like Amelia Earhart. Whatever happened to her? How quickly we forget. Probably good long term. Only player one says Damara. What rate? I'll do it if Randy can escrow. I could probably escrow later in the day. I do have to go to the gym. I do have to finish 2 escrows, or at least 1. I do have to go to the gym, but I will be able to do it later in the day. Peter Hoy says the community the best, and Mr. Randy is VV Boss. Thank you, man. Thank you. Sam says, sorry, I meant it's the uncommon. Leslie says, Randy, can you cook? I'd love to see you making something and talking about Vivi. I used to go live on Instagram while I was making like oatmeal, and like 4 people would watch, so I stopped that. I think I can't really cook that well, and my place doesn't really have a big kitchen, so not right now. Sorry. Ethan Lovehouse says, picked up 10 Groots below retail price, can only see profit to be made. Yeah, a lot of them that are at retail, that's silly. Najib Damar says, I meant Supergirl rare, not ultra rare, 98 gems, same potential in it. Not probably a little bit, just not too much. I think a lot can be going other places. But if you like it, if you be like, hey, you know what? I really like Supergirl. I can't afford the other one, and I want this one, by all means. Peter Hoy says, BB Channel introduced the Cooking with Randy show. That would be great. I would learn. I do have a few friends that cook. Baking. Totally bake some cookies. Hawk Killer says, Najib, the only good thing in that set is the Wonder Woman first appearance. Again, I love Hawkgirl, but I feel like I'm the only one. So, but I also don't have. I sold her as well. Michael Barnes says, hey Randy, I'm not sure if you covered this, but did you see Daniel's YouTube on gems? I did not. I wouldn't worry about it right now though. Bruno Falco says, what do you think of Inked Eve and Voltron? Inked Eve has had a little bit pump, rightfully so, because it couldn't be connected to a physical collectible. Voltron, I guess, has gone up since, but yeah, I think it's cool, but it didn't really do so well on the drop. Storm rare potential. Let's see. Going to this rare. I have number 69, Storm. She's a 133. I got her on the drop actually at 50 gems, so very nice for me. As low to high. So it's 133, so let's say 6. Let's say 70. No, sorry. Let's say 780 for the sub 100s. Cannot get one for that price. 950, 825. 825 is the lowest. Lowest most 59. So, I mean, I think they're properly rated right now. Again, Storms in general will go up. And is she the Queen of Wakanda, the rare? Yeah, so she's the Queen of Wakanda one. And I think a lot of people would want that title because she was, married to T'Challa at one point. They're actually making her Black Panther in the comics. That's gonna be insane. But yeah, I like her. The Audible Collective says Throg Uncommon is cheap. It is. Sam says, I love you. Such a cool guy. Oh, thanks, Sam. Bruno Falco says, OMI player, go to Facebook, VV Collectibles, talk to Sean, moderator. I bet you a sweet deal. Ms. Escrow, Sean is well known. Lucas Soares says, I think Superman is extremely undervalued. Literally the only Superman NFT and 8,880 editions. He is the only one. Everyone knows him. He is worldly known. Only Player 1 says, Najib, send me tweet. You can negotiate best deal. Then we can link up with Randy when he has time. Meow. Yep, cheers. Jericho says, stack my Fantastic Four Mighties, thinking gamification. And the new movie releasing, directed by John Watts. Also heard of the new drop, might be Sue Storm. That'd be amazing. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. Thank you guys so much for the super chats. I love you all. I'll see if I can be live later. I got escrow deals to do. I got to go to the gym. I love you. Bye, guys. Meow, meow, meow. Oh, wow. Thank you for the super chats. Meow.